I think that logo is just so small that when you see it on the podcast, you can't read it. That's all. I like the logo for the full logo, for sure.
It's not true.
No?
When you click on it, it comes right up bigger than what he texted.
Okay. Maybe I am wrong, but I like it. I like the colors. I like what it says. Pretty cool. I got a wild hair, tickling my nose.
It says right on there, be the first to comment on this video.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So why don't we? Let's comment on our own stuff. Jared commented first, so you're not going to be the first.
Pure silence.
Of course we didn't.
He's so mean to me.
I know, he's so mean.
I've never done anything.
No, never been mean ever to anyone. This is the chatter beforehand, kids, man. This is the chatter.
Might as well go.
Might as well go. It's just fine. Let's do it. Yeah, Tiffany says, I'll comment. Jared says, please introduce. Why? It's the suspense.
Let's start the show. And hold on.
And hold on.
In 3, just a second.
And wait.
Where's my glasses?
There's a pair of mine right there. If you need them.
2,
And
1. And there we are.
And there we are.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Unsung Screamers.
You can't see through those glasses.
Episode number 103 on this day. September the 22nd be with you.
September the
How's
22nd.
it going?
Be with you, be with you, be with you, be with you. Okay, so we'll just go straight to the comments to begin with. So Jared just says, please introduce your guest tonight and just show an empty chair, then proceed to interview that chair. Ask it what its favorite ass has been so far. Ass? Worst experience, best experience, and met anybody famous. Yeah, we could do that. We could interview a chair. I like those glasses.
You know, I actually wrote a song called Empty Chair one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Empty chair. Have I ever heard it?
No, because I can't remember how it goes.
Oh, okay.
The chorus is something like,
You gonna go sans headphones tonight?
don't. Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Diane Kent says, hi from North Carolina. Hi, Diane.
Diane Kent.
Yay. You wrote a song called...
It's called Empty Chair.
Uh-huh.
And it was something like, Don't be an empty chair when you're gone. I don't know, it had a big story
It has a big story. Don't be an empty chair when you're gone. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's got a big story behind it, but it's kind of heavy for the start of a show. So
okay.
Someone just said empty chair. Maybe I'll swing back to it or something.
Right.
It's kind of heavy.
Brian Betancourt said, sup? Hi, Brian.
What's up, Brian? What's up, Tyler Weeks?
Oh, Tyler's there too. I haven't seen that yet.
By the way, and I can't refer people back to our YouTube channel yet because I haven't gotten shit done.
It's been a little busy lately.
But I wish you could go back to our YouTube channel right now and watch Tyler Weeks' episode because it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, it was very funny.
And it's good, and it's got other good things to it as fuck too. But I'll get it. I'm thinking about hiring my kid to start doing videos for us.
I think it'd be great if Elvis does that. Editing and
because I'm running out of time. And so maybe he could do that for me.
Maybe
pay me back all the money I've lent him in the last 4 months.
He can earn the stuff.
Hey, parents out there, don't you think it's cute when your kids ask for money and tell you they're going to pay you back?
Isn't it cute? It's adorable, don't you think?
It's so cute.
We did it ourselves, so we can't
I've
be saying
done it.
much. There's Tyler.
Tyler says, I have a conversation piece. I just watched the new Dahmer series on Netflix. Holy shit, I have never been more uncomfortable watching something.
I watched a one of the, I don't know, some crime show episode about him, and it's uncomfortable to hear. It's extremely uncomfortable to hear and listen to and watch. That guy is just,
I haven't seen this show,
Oh,
so
God.
I don't know if I can conversationalize on it as far as the actual show's concerned, but yeah, as far as Dahmer's concerned, you might have stumped me. That's one subject matter that I don't have a story for.
yes.
I don't need that. Dude, don't just, everything's okay over
Okay,
here.
well, it's spilling all over hell, so I'm just
Yeah,
trying to help you.
I know, and it's already a done deal, so.
Okay. It's already in the carpet. Who cares, right? Oh, what's Brian saying? That's Jared. The comments are coming in quick. I'm clicking all over the place. It's funny to me how many people don't know what all he actually did. Yeah, Dahmer. Right. And then Gail. Hi, Mama Gail, watching on YouTube. It was a song to put someone in an empty chair that's dead and talk to them about the things they did to hurt you. Of course, your mom would come through.
The song is about.
Yeah, I got you.
It came from her, yes.
I got you. Brian says, no, my kid said, I don't know why I owe you. That's funny.
Oh, well, I haven't gotten into that phase. My phase right now is still, I'll pay you back, I promise.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
We're not dogging on him. It's
No.
just, it's
I don't
what
think
kids
Elvis
do.
is watching, but even if he was, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
He has full intent to pay me back, and
he will.
And that's great.
In
He
one way
pays
or
me
another.
back with how wonderful of a person he is.
Aww.
But
But he's going to do some work.
maybe.
Because
I
he's
don't
good
know.
at it, too. Because that's the kind of thing he's good at, too.
We've got like 20 episodes up, or we don't have them up.
We have 20
that
episodes
need
to edit.
that need to go up, plus all their associated clips. And man, we've just been too busy.
Yes. Been having a lot going on lately. And yeah. Tyler says, Jared Isaacs, as a straight man, I was uncomfortable. I can't imagine being in your shoes watching it. Jared says, hey man, a drill to the head is a drill to the head, gay or not. Christy Presser says, howdy, hope everybody's well. Awesome. Very good. I like your green shirt tonight.
I hate when you draw attention to what I'm wearing.
Why?
I don't know. I just do. I'm in a crabby mood.
I know you sound very low and down and sleepy.
I'm in a crabby mood.
Why are you crabby?
I'm in a crabby mood.
Let's talk about why you're crabby. Let's have a session. Why are you
No, I don't want to
crabby?
have a session.
You don't want to have a session. Okay. All right.
I'm sick of this. I don't even want to do it. I don't like any of these people commenting.
You don't like anybody.
They don't do anything for me in life.
Anything. You don't like anybody or anything. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
Dear Lord.
Where's your I'm just joking?
Yeah, so back to that song. Mom had told me a story that after her dad had passed, and it might have even been years after. I can't remember if it was right away or not. But she kind of went through this exercise on her own where she set a chair across from her and then she talked to him, quote unquote. It wasn't aw.
Oh,
I don't think it was really aw.
okay.
I think it might have been more like, you son of a bitch. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I wasn't there, but it was kind of like having an actual conversation.
I gotcha.
And had he maybe been more of what she would have loved and needed growing up, maybe his legacy would not have just ended up being an empty chair.
Oh.
And
I just got goosebumps.
that's what the song was about. Don't be just an empty chair when you're gone. Something like that. And I didn't have any way to jot it down.
Oh, man.
Well, I did have a way to jot it down.
Yeah, you can write, right?
I don't know if I did. It might be somewhere in my stuff.
Maybe
Songs
one of your
are weird
books.
because as soon as you can just get one line, especially one that you've written, then all of a sudden you can remember the whole thing. But anyway, that was the quick story of that.
I love that. I want to.
And I love everybody here commenting, and thank you so much for showing up.
He was just kidding. Just joking. He's just joking.
It's so good to have you here on the show. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We're going to have a great time tonight celebrating Kathy's birthday and lots of other fun things.
We'll talk about Kathy.
We've got some big announcements that we might bring to you tonight.
Maybe.
That you're really not going to like.
Nope.
I'll tell you that. You won't like them at all. So stick around for that. Because, it's the end of a legacy. I'll tell you that.
Ooh, now we're giving him something to stick around for. Holy shit.
Hope you've had fun 103 different times with us.
Thanks, Wolfman. Or whatever voice that was. Those glasses are so dusty. Oh, my God.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Boo, 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 boo.
Ooh, what are we alluding to? Jimmy James S. Butler says this is a Facebook Live intervention.
That's right.
And then he says, bo, 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 bo.
Was that a bo, bo, bo,
I think so. I think that's what it was. So Jared says, can we make this episode like when people go to the restaurants with purposefully bad service and name calling to its patrons, just roast us all? Yes, that's kind of what this is apparently tonight.
No, it's not. I haven't even begun that.
Oh, okay.
First of all, shut up, Jared, with your stupid ideas. Fucking run your own show. Jesus, God.
Which we have not had time to listen to. We apologize for that. I tune in when I can, and then I listen, and I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go back to work. Fuck. Bo. What are you giggling at now?
Nothing.
It's a word. Perfect. He says perfect.
I'm sick of Brian Betancourt shit, and I can tell you that right now.
What did he do?
I don't know.
He said sup.
Just, I'm loving my life, living my best life.
Oh, that's what he wrote on our bathroom wall.
I'm living my best life. Oh, are you super happy with your wife? Go eat it.
I feel like putting some of this music that they have available on this software to...
Jimmy James is like, I finally tuned in, and now I'm going to fucking walk into this spider web.
What the hell is going on?
People, walk into this hornet's nest.
Told me to watch this shit, and now I'm watching this shit, and it's total garbage. It's 100% total garbage. No guest, no nothing. They're alluding to something creepy. Talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. He's like, what the... Jared also says, that's okay, Tara. I haven't had time to listen to my own show lately either. Yeah, I feel you.
Like, what the?
We're
We're not normally like that.
We're not.
It's when I do my alter ego.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. It's a pair of sunglasses.
Just shut the fuck up, Jimmy. Log off. I don't even want you watching this show anyway, you big jerk.
Gosh, that was rude. Who was that?
That is so cool that Jimmy's on here, man. I love when he tunes in. That is great.
He says the fly.
The fly?
Kinda.
Man, I would.
You have a drawer full of sunglasses. You should bring them all in here.
I would throw out there that nobody knows what the fly is. I think me and Jimmy are the only two that knows what he's referencing.
Really?
Yep.
I was thinking.
I challenge you.
Well, I was thinking the movie.
Nope.
Okay.
Can anybody else guess what Jimmy meant by the fly? And you'll get a free.
A free what?
I'll give you
a backbeat T-shirt. That's about all we have here.
No, it's one of those prizes that we never actually follow through.
We never follow through with. Cindy Lucas is here. Hi, Cindy. What? We have something laying around.
No Googling, Jared.
An empty bottle of Ozark Mountain Daredevil's gin.
No, that's too valuable for me.
Back there.
How about that plastic kazoo? Give me that kazoo.
All right, hang on. I'll get it. See if I can reach it.
First person that can guess what Jimmy meant by the fly wins this.
It's a Springfield Music.
Go ahead and show this camera as long as I square up on it.
Okay, here we go. Square up. Ready, go. There we go. There you go. Springfield Music Kazoo. It's backwards.
Hey, Springfield Music. That means it's valuable because it's not Springfield Music anymore.
Right? It's a collector's item now, and so therefore, it's a special thing as played by Dan on the Audio Roast Live First Edition podcast. Wasn't that true? Wasn't that right?
I think that was the first one.
The first live one.
Oh, yeah. That's why I have it. Is because I got up and had to play
several different instruments
on the Audio Roast live show.
The live podcast.
First episode at the Riff.
At the Riff. Cindy, what is Cindy saying? Hi, Cindy. Is Jeffrey ranked? She means Dahmer. If Jeffrey Dahmer was alive, he would say, thank you for promoting his show on your show.
Yeah.
Very true.
He promotes his show on our show whenever he can. It's Jeffrey Spam. Oh,
you
Dahmer's
took the
better.
first. Yeah, I know
Dahmer's
it is.
better.
Because Jeffrey doesn't make sense.
It's Dahmer Spam.
There you go.
Jeffrey makes sense when you say stuff like, oh, I wish that I had Jeffrey's girl. Jeffrey's girl. Stuff like that.
What does that even allude to? I don't know what that means.
Jared's watching while taking a bubble bath, drinking leftover Betancourt wine, living my best Marilyn Monroe life.
Oh, nice. You got red lipstick on.
Eat your heart out,
blonde
Tyler.
curly hair going on. Marilyn Monroe.
Funny, Jimmy's probably sitting there going, I don't actually know what I was referring to when I said the fly.
Because nobody's answering, so nobody's going to win the kazoo.
Nobody wins a kazoo.
And if you do win the kazoo, we will gladly leave it on our front porch. Because we're never home to meet anybody to give them any gifts.
Along with the other pile of shit that's up there.
There's some bug spray out there also you're welcome to take. He says what?
Thanks for promoting. Now let's share a nice piece of shoulder together.
What the hell does that mean?
I've never heard that phrase.
And Jared says lipstick is all I'm wearing.
Oh, man.
A secret is something you tell another person.
Is that Jimmy?
I love this guy.
Is that Jimmy?
Yeah, who the hell is this guy?
That's a hint to what the fly means.
Okay, all right. Do I
There's
know
no
this?
guess.
Do I know this Jimmy James Butler?
I don't know.
Do you?
I don't know.
I like him, whoever he is.
I might not.
Jimmy was referring to Dahmer.
No, he was not. A secret is something you tell somebody else.
I don't know the lyrics to that damn song.
Man. I'm trying to do two parts.
Oh, are you? I don't know what
Like a
song.
fly on the wall, it's no secret. Nobody knows it, really?
No, it's one of them obscure songs that only you and Jimmy James Butler
I
listen
wouldn't
to.
call it obscure. Only comes from the biggest and greatest rock and roll band that's ever existed.
Ooh, you heard it here first. The biggest and greatest rock and roll band.
Yes.
And Jimmy James says, are you kidding me? No one knows that?
Nobody knows it, Jimmy. What did I say? I said nobody's going to know what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
Hey, there's what
Biggest
it
and
is.
greatest? You're not talking about you two, right?
Yeah, I absolutely
They're
am.
not a rock and roll band.
They're a pop rock band.
I was going to say by
Just
your
band.
definition.
Just band. They're the
Okay.
greatest band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, original 4 members since 78. Huh? No deaths.
Does that make them great?
Yeah, what other band's been together that long?
Aerosmith?
Without changing members.
Aerosmith?
Nope.
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 Okay.
Aerosmith's been
Rolling
all-
Stones?
Nope.
Nope?
Nope.
Really?
I don't know. It's no secret.
And Jimmy says, Jared got the Dahmer brothers. Dahmer brothers. I'm reading 2 comments at once. Jimmy says, Jared got the Dahmer shoulder reference. I can leave now.
Piece of shoulder.
Yeah, because I meant with the shoulder comment, meaning Dahmer. Okay, I got you, boo. And then Jared also says Blues Brothers.
No, but it was
the
Bono
best-
from U2
Okay.
on the Zoo TV tour in particular, which is the best live show ever produced, especially for DVD.
It's a good DVD. I really enjoyed it.
And I say DVD specifically, even though you might be able
DVD.
to find somewhere to stream it these days. It originally came out
kids?
on DVD, and there was nothing. There's just the show is wildly good. But you have to be a U2 fan before you're going to understand it because there's all kinds of crazy things happening
that are specific
that you wouldn't know unless you read the story behind it.
Yeah, for sure. I see you. And you know what? I loved watching it with you because you were explaining some things because I liked U2 the whole time they've been around, but I wasn't a big fan. So you were explaining some of those things to me. And that
Jimmy's
was
actually
I
been
was
to
talking.
It. Oh, go ahead.
We're back to that. Since we're going old school, we're back to the interruption part. That's cool. It's cool. I was just going to say, never mind. I already said it. So
right, that's why I was moving on.
But
You'd already made your point.
I was actually still talking.
You said you've explained it to me, and then I didn't understand it first, and then now I totally understand after you told me some stuff and I explained it to me. Right?
That's exactly how I said it too. Explain it to me.
Everything you know is wrong.
Oh God, don't go Grease 2 on me.
That's not Grease 2.
It sounded like it.
It's not.
Totally sounded like it. Everything you quote is like,
everything you know is wrong. By the way,
U2 is grunge. Changed my mind, Jared says.
I did not get to see Zoo TV, but I did watch it on DVD maybe 20 times. It's just unbelievable. And just thought I'd let everyone know that just today, I downloaded Corey Taylor's book. It's called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven. And it is so far is very good.
I'm sorry. Who's Corey Taylor?
Corey Taylor sings for Slipknot.
Oh, MG. Why are you talking about Corey Taylor and Slipknot?
Why do you do that?
Because it's a show and I'm trying to lead you into something and then you just crash it on down. You don't even take my little softball that I lobbed over to you.
That's because I'm Andy Kaufman.
I lobbed it to you and you just had to crash it down.
I'm Andy Kaufman. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're not Andy Kaufman. You are no Andy Kaufman.
I am Andy Kaufman.
You are no Andy Kaufman.
I am. I'm in character constantly. You wouldn't have any idea how soft of a person I am in real life.
So this is living with
My
Andy
mom
Kaufman.
knows-
This is what I deal with
my mom
every
knows-
single day.
my
is
mom knows-
not knowing who I'm talking to.
My mom knows that
Did
I'm
you hear
Andy
that?
Kaufman.
Did you hear that?
My mom knows I'm Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're not Vodka. Vodka was cute and sweet.
No, he was creepy as hell.
Oh my God. Go on. You interrupted me.
I don't even know what I was talking about because you interrupted me.
Oh, I interrupted you. Oh, dear. Oh, gee, Wally. Oh, wait, he died.
Yeah, man. So I went and saw Slipknot last night, and I'd never seen them before, and I don't know hardly anything about their music. So today, and I actually I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those of you out there don't get super excited because I still am not into their music. I'm not saying I liked them in that way, but I liked everything. I mean, it was like I liked everything. Just the energy and the way he performed, and he's a really good frontman and everything else. So I jumped in today and started learning about him, learned that he has 4 books on the market.
4 books?
Yep. And they're all New York bestsellers.
What?
Yep. And so I downloaded his first book, audiobook, and listened to it while I worked today.
And I couldn't even name you one of Slipknot's songs. And I'm sorry for you Slipknot fans. I apologize, but I don't know their stuff at all. But from what I saw from the videos you were sending, they looked a really good time.
It was fun.
It was a good time. It was a great time.
It was rock.
Rock?
I liked meeting in the foyer with all the other 50-year-old parents. Because we were either smoking or taking a fake piss break.
A fake piss break just to take a break.
And we just gave each other the eye like...
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah.
We're here for the love, brah.
The love of our children. Our children. Oh, you have I wish I should have uploaded that because there was a video of Bono just having a great time. Had his mask on and everything. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. I missed some comments. What's up?
Jimmy says, if I'm Andy Kaufman, then you're Jerry Lawler.
Where's that? There we go.
Oh.
That would make Tara Greg Lawler. Oh, I got you. Do you mean, does he mean Jerry?
Wasn't his name Jerry?
I thought it was Jerry Lawler.
Oh, what did he say? Jimmy Lawler?
He said Greg, but
Greg?
Yeah.
I thought it was Jerry
Oh,
Lawler.
he did. Jared corrected it later. He says Jerry Lawler.
Oh,
That's what I
okay,
thought.
yeah.
And then, hi, Jamie. Jamie Robbins is here. And I want to just take this second. I'm glad you're here, Jamie, because if you're still watching, look what we did. This is your mama's birthday, and Ms. Kathy Robbins has been gone since 1999. This is a perfect time to butt in. And every time, if you guys have scoped our page or have watched our videos here and there, we always, on September 22nd of every year, we always do a shot or 2 or 6 or 7 for Miss Kathy. So, Jamie, I'm glad you're here. I hope you have some hot damn to yourself, or at least some kind of a drink. Yeah, this is so 90s. This hot damn is extremely, it's a hot damn day. Yes, that's true, Jared. So it would have been her 65th birthday.
We didn't have flavored vodkas back in the early 90s.
No, we had this shit, and this is a huge shot.
All we had was these syrupy,
sugary.
but it was, and we didn't have Fireball back then, so this was the
No.
closest thing to Fireball back in the. They're actually pretty hard to find.
But I will say, this is the only thing they sell of hot damn now is the 100 proof.
Right.
So this is the badass shit. I couldn't even find the 40 proof that we all did back then, but this is the 100 proof hot damn.
Ugh.
Yeah, so we're going to have this giant shot that I poured. And we always bring these fancy glasses out for Miss Kathy. I've got some pictures before we toast. I've got some pictures that I uploaded, and I've posted these before. But here's one of my favorite pictures she and I took together. This was in Red Wing, Minnesota. And this was... I believe this was the same exact casino where she played 5 days after her breast cancer surgery, because she had her surgery in fucking Minnesota. And we were her family for the time she was there. And this was coming down the stairs of the stage in Red Wing, Minnesota. I would say 1998, somewhere in the vicinity of 1998, something like this. Probably spring, something like this. And this is also, this is in Minot, North Dakota. It's a really blurry picture, but this was she and I on stage in Minot, North Dakota. And this next picture was us in our very best black and gold, getting in the Ford van, heading to the Flamingo Casino in Kansas City, where we had a 2-week, 5-night-a-week stay playing in Kansas City. And so, Miss Kathy, we miss you. We always miss you. She passed away on New Year's Eve of, 1998, 1999. So cheers to Miss Kathy.
I don't think she'd like to be called Miss Kathy, probably.
You don't know anything about her.
I know, but I'm saying. Okay.
She would probably go, Higgy?
Okay, well, that's what the toast should have been to then.
You're probably right. Her nickname was Higgy. Long story to that. But she called me Higlet because I was a bit younger than she. So thank you. If you're raising a glass right now, we appreciate it too. She's a wonderful person. Wonderful, wonderful. Good old Kuiper. I'm going to sip
Jimmy
on
says
this.
cheers.
Cheers. Thank you all for joining in on the cheers for Miss Kathy. And we might pop in with a couple of Kathy stories if they come up. Jamie, if you're still watching, throw some stuff on there.
Oh, my God.
That is pretty stout. Whew. I looked on the
The
shelf.
last Red Dam I had was like
Red Dam? Hot Dam.
Kool-Aid, hot damn.
This is the
That
real
is like
stuff.
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, they're trying to keep up with Fireball, but it's never gonna beat it. It's never gonna beat it. Back up here,
Fuck around.
Johnny Cross says, "Hey, y'all answer any of my questions yet?" No, we have not, but I've got them over here so I can refer to them later. He sent us a list of 14
I saw 'em. I
questions.
read through 'em.
Did ya? Terry, quit doing that. Sticking with Crown Apple, he says, and Jared says, "I'm raising my lipstick and putting my wine in my lips." Thank you, Jared. Appreciate that very, very much. Right? And Jimmy also says, "Hot damn, wowza, this is going to be a good show."
Oh, my God, that was...
He also says,
Strong
"Please
as
pause
fuck.
the live cast so I can get another beer." Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We got time. We're going to be here a minute anyway. You won't miss much. Just turn your volume up real quick. You'll be good. You'll be good. Wow, that is... Whew. Hot damn. Hot damn. I want to play the... Uptown Funk. That's what I want to play.
Pum, 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 pum. I think I said it in public over at Marty's the other night, but Bruno Mars is better than Michael Jackson.
He said it in public, and he challenged people, and you didn't get a lot of challenges. There were a lot of people that agreed.
Fight me.
He's saying it right here, kids.
Prove me wrong.
Bruno Mars is better than Michael Jackson.
I think so. He hasn't had as long of a career as Michael. Give him to the same age, and then we'll see. I'm not talking about record sales, though, because the problem is Bruno
There's no such thing as
impossible.
record sales.
Well, that, and secondly, even if there was, just the world does not allow a Michael Jackson anymore.
Right.
People don't go absolutely apeshit over one person.
I know.
The playing field's just way too big.
It is.
When Michael Jackson first got up out of the ground and pop music and the way he turned it into stuff, that'll never happen again, ever.
I agree. I totally agree with you on that.
It's hard to compare. I'm just talking about.
It's kind of apples and oranges.
I think he's just more talented.
I'm just gonna look at the camera for a minute.
Moved.
I don't know about more talented, but he's definitely. I can't even say that. I was going to say smoother. He's not even necessarily smoother than Michael Jackson. Like, no,
Okay, I just like him better.
Okay, there you go.
Than Michael Jackson.
There's the truth. Johnny Cross says MJ was a kid diddler, but he had way more actual hits. No, I don't agree. I don't think he diddled kids. I will stand by that.
It's a big debate.
I will stand by that. I haven't even watched that thing, and I won't. Did MJ write his own songs? Yes, mostly.
I don't know for sure about that.
Mostly.
Can you back that up?
With my 14-year-old brain, I will say mostly.
I'm just not 100% sure about that.
I know.
Maybe.
He and Quincy Jones had a lot of stuff together. I don't know. I've never looked at writer credits on the album.
Did you know he was working with, this is what I read on the internet, so I know it's totally true, but maybe everyone knows this already, but he was actually working as a producer, working with Lenny Kravitz when he died.
Really? Yeah, I knew that.
And Lenny supposedly has the tapes.
Some shit. He should. Why isn't he releasing that?
Because he's waiting until they're worth a lot of money.
Well, wouldn't they be worth a lot of money right now?
Yeah, but they'll be worth more in 10 years from now. It's his retirement plan.
I see.
As soon as he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm ready to be done. Here's the MJ tapes.
Lisa Bonet took all my money. I want to make sure that's done before I release this shit and make more money. They're not married anymore, right?
I don't know.
I love Lenny Kravitz.
And maybe those songs are already out, but if they're not, hot. I would love to hear Michael Jackson collaborating with that guy that I just mentioned.
That guy, Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz.
So did that album ever come out?
No, I don't think so.
Well, he's got all that shit just bottled up because it wasn't finished. Oh, we're getting all kinds of comments too.
Jimmy's, what about Prince? Careful how you answer. I will walk out of the fucking Facebook Live door.
I wish I could bring up our Prince pictures because we visited Paisley Park like shortly after he passed.
We were at Paisley Park
on
when
his
the
birthday.
Fence it was on Prince's birthday.
Yes, on his birthday.
And the fence was still covered in balloons
stuff.
And artwork and flowers.
Yeah.
There was still people out there.
Yeah. If you go back to June of 2016 of my Facebook, like if you can filter it and go June of around Prince's birthday.
Do that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just
somebody will. Somebody will. I'm not. Okay, you're giving me the growl.
Did you know that I actually am one of the best impersonators of the Sling Blade?
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I get told all the time, like, holy crap.
Yeah.
It's.
You get told all the time by who? Your mom?
No. Everybody I do it for are just like, holy shit. Like, can't even tell the difference.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of people. I just don't know if I'm going to answer that Prince comment.
Diane Kent says MJ was smart enough to have the right production. I agree. It's going to be hard to tear me away from MJ. Like, he was pivotal in me wanting to become a performer.
I think a lot of things about Prince. I think he was totally amazing.
Prince was amazing.
And
I will say that.
I think he is one of the most underrated guitar players on planet Earth.
That's a good point.
He is like better than Eddie Van Halen.
I agree. Way better.
If you actually know what he's capable of and pay attention to it, he brought so much attention on his like what he kind of like his Prince thing.
Well, his image was
Prince
more
thing.
important, or more how would you say? His image was more glorified than his actual guitar playing. It was glorified by the public because,
Right, but his
because to be honest, if I may say this, most people don't give a fuck about guitar solos. Sorry, I said it. Fight me. Most people don't give a fuck about guitar solos. Go on.
Don't know if I agree with you there.
In general, think about it. Think before
The
you
whole
talk.
arena when some iconic guitar solo kicks in, you'll see an entire arena just like air guitar.
Yeah, but they're
into it.
just waiting for the singer to start singing.
But what about like REO Speedwagon, dude?
What about it?
And I spent every word I said when I said that I love you and want me to love you forever. Na, 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 na. And then down, down. Meow, 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 meow,
Yeah.
meow. Brrr. Wow, 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 wow. See? You totally know guitar solos.
I know the guitar. I didn't say I
I
didn't
knew
know
you
it.
would bite that bait.
No.
That was a big fat piece of cheese on a Terra bait. Oh, yeah. Terra trap, I mean.
Get your shit together.
Oh, that was a Terra trap right there. I knew you'd just walk right into
Well,
that
of course,
one.
I know guitar solos,
Yeah.
but generally speaking, if it goes on more than 30 seconds, people tune out. Fucking Allman Brothers and Leonard Skinner, okay, you guys are jam bands and fucking Grateful Dead, all that stuff. That's a whole new thing. That's a whole other thing. But if you like jam band shit, Fish and all that shit, that's great. Go ahead, be a jam band. But it's totally a thing. It's totally a thing. And also, I'm not saying they don't matter. I'm just saying most people are like, that's a cool solo. Now I want to hear more lyrics. I'm just general public.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Well-arranged songs that have proper like segments to them are more popular than jam band songs any fucking day of the week.
Obviously, the Johnny Cross that is watching the show is not the same Johnny Cross that we know personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What did I miss?
Oh, he's like, oh my God, you're going off on Eddie Van Halen?
Wait, Johnny Cross said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it must be a different Johnny Cross.
Jesus, we're murdering Eddie V. You have not watched our show before, Johnny.
Does he not know me?
You have not watched the show.
Does he not know me?
Jared says, Tara got burns. I do got burns. I'm a little feisty tonight.
I would rather.
Wait. Tiffany says, I agree with Tara. Plus, in the example Dan gave, he referenced the vocals first, then the solo.
Well,
Thanks, Tiff.
well, you got me.
By the way, did everybody watch last week with Tiff? What a great interview
That was a
that
really
was.
fun one.
Freaking great. I love that girl.
Should be on YouTube in about a year and a half. At the pace I'm going, that's why I need to hire.
Terry Jones says, I rarely disagree with Tara, but most people I grew up with didn't go, I'm sure he means give, a shit about vocals. It was all about the guitars and solos. Well, that's people you grew up with, because people I grew up with just wanted to be, I want to rock and roll all night. Nobody cared about.
Well, nobody cared about Kiss's guitar solos because they weren't any good. There's not a guitar solo that came out of Kiss that is worth a pile of steamy dog shit. Are
See
you
what
kidding?
I did there? See what I did
Oh,
there?
did you set a Dan trap? Fuck you. Fuck you. No, it's guitar solos. Listen, guitar solos matter when it's a guitar player that fucking knows how to play,
Hashtag guitar solos.
which nobody in Kiss knows how to play. Dear Lord.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God, look at us with our little tiny, holy shit, hot damn shots. Jesus Christ.
For guitar
almighty.
players that actually know how to play, you can listen to a whole song just waiting for that guitar solo to kick in.
Really?
I think so.
Okay, here's where I will actually agree with you. And some of you, most of you watching, probably will not agree with me. But there are some guitar solos in country music that you sit and wait for. And pretty much everything Vince Gill does, you wait for that guitar solo. Someone like Vince Gill, and the one song I'm thinking of escapes me right now, but there are some tasteful, wonderful little beautifully placed solos.
The guitar solo in Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground by Willie Nelson is just, it will haunt you.
Right. And it's also only 30 seconds long.
Well, most guitar solos are not that long.
That's my point. When they go on and on and on, it's peely, 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 peely. We're done.
Those aren't the kind of solos we're talking about. The peedly, 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 peedly solos are absolutely worthless. Totally worthless. I agree with you 1,000%.
I'm going to play every scale I ever learned.
Those are dumb.
In the key of A.
Anybody that plays like that is dumb. There's no emotion and shit like that.
I think that's what I'm getting at.
There's a guitar solo on Love is Blindness, which
is more you too.
If Jimmy's still watching, he'll understand.
Fucking you too.
When it just has that. And the guitar solo is literally like one note. It's like. You can hear Edge's pick just
well,
like.
I love Edge, so yes, I will agree with you.
That's all it's doing. It's like.
And there's other people that say, I can do that. I can do that.
You can't do it like the Edge did it on Love is
can.
Blindness. Love is blindness and cold steel, fingers too numb to heal. Blow out the candle.
Raise your hand right now if Dan should do a U2 tribute band. Ready, go.
No way. I ain't doing no tributes and no cover bands ever again. Never, never, ever. Never have I never, never, ever will
There's
do
Jimmy,
a
he
cover
says Love
band
is
again.
Blindness. Genius.
Yes. And the guitar solo on that song is just as important as the vocals, Tiffany.
Well, when they're tasteful like that, here's the thing. Here, I will agree. When it's tasteful, when it's mixed in, and it's part of the. Hang on, don't interrupt me.
You have too much experience with the.
When it's mixed in, when there's tasteful stuff. When I was playing country in the 90s, that shit was tasteful shit. It was laid in there where it's supposed to be. You listen to Diamond Rio. Fucking Diamond Rio is one of the best when you want to listen to tasteful placement of musicianship versus vocals. Oh my God.
I think you're talking yourself out of your own point.
I'm not.
Because I'm saying the exact same thing, but for tasteful music, whether it be rock, pop, or whatever. When you're talking about all those heavy metal guitar solos, nobody cares about any of them.
Exactly.
None of them.
100%.
None of them.
Or Skinner
But
and all
man,
that
later
shit.
in Love and Blindness, when he's like, well,
No, I will agree. Yes. Yes. I'll agree with you.
Oh, it's so good.
And pretty much everything Jeff Buckley ever did. Yes, I will. Yes.
You wait for it.
Yes, I will agree with you if it's done like that. But why are the dogs barking?
Oh, someone's probably
That means
here.
somebody's crashing our show.
Probably.
I want to get to some comments. If that's happening, that's cool. Oh my God. We have so many freaking comments. And also, yeah. And Diane agrees with me. After 30 seconds, we are done.
Guitar solos that are longer than 30 seconds can go to hell.
Yeah, that can go to hell. So thank you. We agree on that. So that's basically what I'm saying. And Johnny Cross says, I have my boobs out. Of course you do, because you're probably in the hot tub with Bubbles with, I know you're doing the same thing as Jared, but not with Jared. Jared is saying, wow, I got a slap on the wrist from Facebook for my kick your ass comment. Really?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, Facebook, ease up, bitch. God bless America.
They're going to shut you down.
Oh, here, I already said that one. I'm just going through the comments real fucking quick. Jared, I told him to shove it. Well, good. Okay, cool. And Terry says, because your friends are weird. Johnny Cross says,
Jimmy makes a good point. King's X can do a 2-minute guitar solo and pull it off.
Dude, I agree.
Especially in the Moan Jam.
I agree.
Right.
See?
I'll sing this song because of you.
There's something. Right. And, you know.
When Ty pulls out the freight train.
And I will say also, too, the freaking harmonica that just keeps going in Ozark Mountain Daredevil's Chicken Train. I'm okay with that.
I know. So what are we talking about?
I don't know. I think I'm just talking to argue. And Johnny Cress says in all caps, I agree with you, and I don't know what he's talking about. Robert Crook says, did you talk about the show last night yet, Dan? Yes, we did. We absolutely
Just a little
did.
bit. Robert Crook, I downloaded one of Corey's books today and started listening to it audio because I kind of want to get to know more about the guy. Last night was
You liked him.
I was a Slipknot virgin.
Yeah.
Interestingly, he had a part in the show where he had everybody cheer if you've ever seen Slipknot before. And the place like goes ape shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I have another question. How many people have never seen Slipknot before? And twice as many people
Really?
went ape shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And the place was fucking packed.
Yeah, it wasn't sold out, but it was packed to the gills.
Nice, nice. Very cool. Well, that's cool.
It's cool, and I thought he was an amazing frontman. Even though he does a lot of that screamy stuff that I'm not necessarily into, he actually does the screamy right.
And your opera friend who is sitting next to you.
Yeah, I actually went with a dude that is 100% opera.
We can mention him. Sean Spires, one of the best singers in town.
Yeah, and we should probably have him on the show.
We
sometime.
should absolutely have Sean on the show.
Anyway, he was kind of explaining to me how some of those guys can do that because they're vocal cords and do it right. This is what a lot of people don't understand. There's a right way to scream and a wrong way to scream.
Absolutely.
You know, for all, you know, and to pat myself on the back, I screamed the correct way when I was in Machine Gun.
You have multiple times.
That's why I've
you
never had laryngitis.
You were always just screaming.
I never woke up the next morning with a hoarse voice because there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. But those guys that can do that kind of whatever this is called, I don't mean to sound like a boomer, but if it's death metal or whatever they're calling it.
Bono said what it was.
I know.
Doom metal.
Doom metal.
Yeah.
The way that their vocal cords kind of lay in their throat is like in a weavy pattern.
But it all starts
Almost
with the
like
breathing. It all starts with breathing.
Of course, but the sounds that came out of some of those microphones last night was way beyond just screaming. It was like they can get like this deep roar with the screamy high. And Sean was explaining to me that, you know, they've done studies actually.
It's a process.
How do people actually sing like that?
Yes.
And their vocal cords literally are built unlike other people's vocal cords.
And that's why some singers sound like that and some try and
That's
they
why they can do it. But it wasn't even the singing. It was the frontman stuff that I
Right,
really liked
right.
about Corey last night. He was extremely demanding and he was not, he didn't have to be like gratuitous about anything.
And one thing that you said to me when I came and grabbed you guys after the show was you said he didn't get political, he didn't get religious, he didn't do anything that was drastic of any kind. He just said things like family and united and we're all a group tonight.
Take care of yourself and take
Yeah.
care of others.
Yeah, I love that.
At the end of being so hardcore.
Yeah.
And it's just wild how as 50-year-olds, you know, we've kind of gone through a lot of different phases.
Certainly.
You know, I remember when we had punk rock kids in our high school, which is even after the original punk rock scene.
Right.
They were the copycats.
But in the 80s,
and they
it
were
was-
scary.
Yeah.
Oh, if there was a kid in my high school, I'm talking 1985, 6, and
That
7.
had black eyeliner.
That had
Jeez.
liner or mohawks or spikes, and they were scary.
Or tattoos.
Scary
Holy
kids.
shit.
Scary kids.
Yes.
And nowadays, we're not scared of those kids anymore because you realize, and it's funny being on Facebook now because some of the kids that were the most intense, scary, like, I am so afraid of that kid. I'm talking 1987, okay? I ain't talking about last week.
Right.
I see on Facebook now have families and great jobs and a beautiful wife and, you know, they're just posting things about, you know, the you know, positive things, and they obviously don't look like they did back in high school. Those were the kids that I was just like, oh God,
I'm scared of him.
There's something wrong with him.
Right.
He's going to grow up and eat people like Jeffrey Dahmer. And they've grown up and been wonderful, wonderful people because it's not about that. It's not about that. And Slipknot was the most wildest thing I'd ever seen. I'd never seen a band like that before. And there wasn't a single moment that I felt like, oh, this is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Which as a 50-year-old, of course, I'm on the radar. I've got my bullshit radar on.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
Yeah.
Fuck these guys. Put your mask on. Just be heavy for the sake of being heavy. And Corey was an incredibly good frontman.
That's cool.
Incredibly. I had a comment put on one of my posts. I think Terry. Terry. Why did his last name just slip my mind?
Terry Parker.
Terry Parker. He was like, Slipknot is just Johnny Q. Public with masks.
Seriously?
And I was like, really? Which he wasn't talking about the style of music.
No.
Once I saw the band, I was just like, oh, I see why he's saying that.
Yeah.
Because we did perform similar to that, but we just didn't have the masks.
Right.
You know, as far as not being positive rock, but there's a way to not just be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
Sure.
And that is not Slipknot.
Right.
Fun fact, though, that some people might appreciate, I was actually label mates with Slipknot when they first got started. In 1999, I was signed to Roadrunner Records, and Slipknot was like one of the only other bands on the label at that time. They were kind of reforming. And
they were
things like
brandy new, right? Or kind of?
I don't even know if their record was out yet. I think it was. I can't remember when we actually signed the line, but there was talk of us going out and playing shows with them and all kinds of shit because we were signed to the same record label. Mm-hmm. And at that time, the record label didn't have a lot of big ideas, except Slipknot was supposedly going to be their next breakthrough band, and Johnny Q. Public was going to be right behind them.
Right.
And we were on Roadrunner Records with Slipknot. That was back in 99, which was interesting because he mentioned last night that they just got started in 99.
Right.
I didn't know that. I thought they had been around a little while, which they had. Technically, Slipknot had started back in like 94, 95, 96, somewhere around there. But when they actually got signed and released a record was the exact same time we were signing to Roadrunner at the same time, which just goes to show you kids that you need to play your cards better, because now I'm sitting here doing a podcast that's worthless and
until you guys are patrons, which we love our patrons.
Everybody kind of loves to hear my old, like, I almost made it stories.
Yes.
But it's really weird for me to be in the crowd watching bands that I did interact with 25 years ago.
For sure with Muse.
I know.
You fucking kidding me?
There's others that like, no, I was hanging with them,
Cowboy
and now
Mouth?
I just bought tickets to see their show with 25,000 other people.
Right.
It's fun. You know, it's humbling. It's good. It's like we need algebra in our lives, which is a little bit of balance.
Yeah.
I'm just rambling on. I finally woke up from my nap. The only song Led Zeppelin has that has a chorus.
There you go.
The only chorus Zed Zeppelin ever wrote.
I want to go back to the comments because we have a ton of comments. We have a bunch of people watching. I saw Stephanie Cagel's here. I love you, Stephanie. But I want to jump back. And so, Jateri Jones says, you have to wait for country guitar solos because the rest of the song sucks. F you, Jateri Jones.
Jateri Jones.
Eat a dick, and I say that affectionately. I love you, but eat a dick.
Jateri Jones might like Chris Knight.
Oh.
Because you can't hang yourself if you ain't got enough rope.
Dude, that's a good lyric. That's a fucking good lyric. Okay,
Chris
Jared,
Knight. Go see if you like him.
Can you read that one? This is a long one. It's back a few comments.
Hold on.
It's a paragraph from Jared. I can read it. The dogs barked. I thought there was somebody here, but I guess we were wrong.
Does it say before?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Before I was so rudely interrupted by Robozook.
Exactly.
That's kind of true.
Nice.
You should go listen to Joe Rogan. He just actually had Mark Zuckerberg
Just had
on his
Zuckerberg
show
on there.
just a couple weeks ago.
Great.
Interesting interview. I agree, Tara, for the most part. I only them if they help to tell. I guess he means I only like them if
probably.
they help to tell the same story as the lyrics and raise the emotion of the song. AKA, if you can't hum them in your head and get about a 90% score a la Guitar Hero, the song didn't need or
and then it drops off.
It dropped off.
Need it. He says need it. The song didn't need it.
Oh, I guess the song didn't need it.
And so that's also, yes.
I would 1,000% agree with that.
Yes.
I think a guitar solo is just to put a guitar solo in there to have one is totally dumb.
Yep.
But when the guitar solo actually
just brings it,
speaks the story of the
right?
song, like
Yes.
Love is Blindness,
yeah.
everybody go listen to Love is Blindness.
And come
Preferably put it on a Kenwood
Headphones.
stereo.
Kenwood.
listen, wait. No, listen to me. I am a boomer, and I did that on purpose because back in our days, Kenwood was the shit.
Was the shizzle.
Was the shit dizzle. I don't know.
I don't even know if that's
that makes me sound like a
anymore.
boomer right there,
Even
trying
more
to
so.
trying to use Snoop Dogg terms.
Right.
No, Kenwood. Like if you had Kenwood, oh my God, you were so cool. It wasn't a boozy boop. We didn't have rap music yet. We didn't have that kind of rap music.
Everybody likes
yet.
bass.
It's all about
It had
the
nothing
bass,
to do with bass.
No trouble.
It had nothing to do with bass. It had whether or not it made REO Speedwagon sound good and Supertramp and Santana.
True.
That's what Kenwood stereo systems did.
That is true.
Where was I?
I don't know.
Oh, listen to it either on your Kenwood stereo from 1987, the one that's in the box with the glass door, or put some headphones on.
Oh, that's your spring.
This is almost exactly how that guitar solo sounds from The Edge. And it's so good. You're just like...
And it sounds like a spring on a cheap-ass microphone stand.
Down. Oh, it's so good. And it does tell the story of the song.
Does it?
So I would agree with that. 100.
Okay.
What?
I just
What'd
need
I
you to
do?
move that way a little bit to be in a better camera angle.
I
Bring
mean,
your
whatever.
fucking mic.
Who cares about me?
No, I care about you.
I do have a fun story about this shirt.
But let me get the
I've
comments.
always been a big proponent of wearing your own swag.
He always, douchebag or not.
Love is blindness. Diane can't. Trust me, as an audience member, most guitar solos are boring, and after you hear the first 30 seconds.
Absolutely, I 100% agree. Most. Because 30 seconds, if it's the right arrangement, brings you right back into the story of the song. And if they do it right, it's brilliant. And good guitar players can do that.
Ooh, Jared's thrown down the gauntlet with you. He thinks people would rather wait for a Ricky Skaggs solo than Vince Gill. Dude, Vince Gill is a motherfucker on the guitar.
I would have to respectfully disagree with you, Jared.
Those are pretty old comments.
But I know they're old. But we've been yakking. So Ricky Skaggs is great, but Vince Gill is way more tasteful. And Jimmy James also says King's X can pull off a 2-minute guitar solo. Exactly like we said earlier.
Yeah, we brought that up.
I know, but I want to touch these comments. Go ahead.
I don't have it. Johnny says Chris Stapleton has the heartstrings guitar chops for sure.
Yes, exactly.
Robert, it was a really good show. Yes, it
Last
was.
night, Slipknot.
Stephanie's like, hello, sexy fuckers.
Yeah,
Missed
we
you.
fuckers missed you too, Stephanie.
I miss you, Stephanie.
Oh my
you
God,
sexy
Stephanie.
fucker.
I hate to say this, but we sold our camping Jeep.
Yeah. Well,
It doesn't mean we're not coming to Florida.
it just means we're not going to camp.
Just means
we're going to
not
crawl
gonna
in
camp.
bed
We're just
with
gonna
her.
crawl in bed with
her.
Sean.
With them.
With them, sure. Johnny Cross says Sean is one of my favorite people. Yes, Sean Spires is awesome. And Jared Isaac says we had Sean Spires, who you were talking about earlier, who was talking about vocal prowess of this vocal cord
Couple
guy.
weeks ago, and they've known each other for years.
That's cool.
Jateri says Sean's a badass singer. Yes, he is.
Stephanie says, can Dan play that sexy piano behind him?
I can. Watch this.
It's super out of tune, but yes, he absolutely can. Watch this. What about the do 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 do?
I don't know that.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
No. What do you?
No, don't know me.
Don't. No, Terry. Don't play the piano.
Wait. No. You know what I'm getting at. You know.
Yeah.
There's more to it than just that stupid shit you did. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks, babe.
No, you're welcome.
Cheryl says it was a great show. My first time seeing them live too. Robert had me up front right next to the mosh pit. Nice. Fun fact about Dan, I have actually crowd surfed many times.
Who's that? You said that?
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that's probably like, oh man, But yeah, it's on my bucket list to crowd surf. I've done it like 100 times.
Fun fact, I've never crowd surfed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've done it a lot.
I would love to.
We've injured kids at some of our shows.
Dude.
Not on purpose. We did have a guitar player one time when I was in Johnny Q Public back in the mid-90s when moshing actually started really becoming a big idea.
Thing?
Yeah. One of our guitar players jumped off the stage with his guitar still on.
Oh, shit.
So
He unplugged?
No, he just jumped in with the cord still plugged in and the whole guitar and everything.
Wow.
So when he jumped into the crowd, his neck stock hit a kid right in the bridge of his nose.
Oh, boy.
He got cut open from here to here, and just his whole face was covered in blood. They had to rush him out, and his parents had to come pick him up. And it's like, what the hell? Had to take him to the hospital and actually get stitches and everything else. We had already moved on to the next show. Just like, whatever. I heard a kid got hurt last night.
Right.
Whatever. So what? We don't care. And we moved on. Fast forward like 10 or 15 years. Well, no, let's see. Fast forward probably about 6 years, something like that. We were on tour with Skillet, and we were opening for Skillet, and we played a show near that same town that he stage dove and broke that kid, not broke his nose, but broke his face open.
Yeah.
He was at the show, and he came up to us, and he was like, I'm the one that got hit with the guitar when you were on tour with Dakota. We're like, oh my God. Ah! We were all high-fiving and hugging. He was loving it.
It was a Christian band. You guys were Christians.
Yeah, he still had a scar.
Oh, my God.
Like for the rest of his life.
Nice. Oh, my God. Not nice that he has a scar, but.
No, he was loving it.
Right. What else? We left off at show.
Johnny says he was a scary punk in high school. Not a punker, though. I was a metalhead freak. Yeah, the metalheads were just as scary.
It was just as scary.
We used to call them burnouts.
Yes.
Does people still call them burnouts?
Oh, my God. In the 80s, yes, we call them a burnout.
Like, oh, that Matt kid, he's a burnout. Mm-hmm. And those are some of the kids that are like the most successful on Facebook now. But he had a chip on his shoulder.
The size of a Volkswagen. Stephanie Cagle says, hashtag Team Dan.
That's right. Stephanie Cagle's my girl.
Always loyal. Love you. Kristen Denard says, we missed you at practice. That's a good time to just say real quick.
Did you have a practice?
No, I told him I couldn't do it. I do a show. I can't go to practice this.
Practice is tonight?
Yeah, well, I told them I can't do Tuesday, I can't do Thursday, and they're working around it.
Kristen, if I were you, I'd kick her ass right out of the band.
Kick her ass out of the show. So why don't we talk about that for just a second? So
Probably.
September 30th, which is like next Friday, not this Friday, not tomorrow, next Friday, is a bunch of hot chicks singing some rock songs down at Southbound. I think, somebody correct me. I think it starts about 9:00, but it's all in. It's a charity show for breast cancer awareness, and so it's myself, Miss Kristen Denard from Damsel. It's also Vanessa and Amanda from Wicked Shimmy, and it's also Candace from Wheelhouse. So we're all doing this whole like chicks.
It's women who rock.
Women who fucking rock, doing a whole show in honor of breast cancer awareness. I don't want to give away any surprises, but it starts about 9-ish. Please correct me. I think
it doesn't matter. It's Friday night.
Friday night.
This is the one fucking thing I hate about people asking me what time do shows start.
Just fucking
when
get
it's just
there.
like, hey, there's a band playing Friday at the Riff or
Who
whatever.
cares?
And it's like, well,
Get
what
there.
time? Like,
Order
what do you
food.
mean? What do you mean? What time?
Right.
Just go Friday night and
Get
see the
there
band.
early.
Like, if I were to tell you it started at 6, 7, 8, or 9, would it matter at all what
Right.
time you show up?
No.
It doesn't matter when it starts.
Just go.
It's at the damn Southbound, and it's Friday
damn
night.
Southbound.
Go out there and tailgate before the show starts.
right.
I don't give a damn.
Get there, have some
What
food.
time does it start?
Right.
Because I might get there at 9:15 instead of 9:20. I'm not sure, but when does the band start?
I don't know when the band starts. I don't know.
I guess you're right. 100%.
Just it's Friday night. Get your ass
Friday
there.
night.
It'd be
Get your
fun.
house to Southbound Friday night. Just get there.
I've heard some rehearsal. It's going to be really good.
It's a bunch of chicks who love singing and we love breast cancer awareness. And as you know, and I'll say this again because Kristen's been on our show. She's episode, look real quick. Can you look over there? Can you see it?
I can't see nothing from here.
JKLMNOP. Episode 31 of the original audio episodes of our show, Miss Kristen Dinar. It's been a minute. It's been since 2018 or 19.
We've had almost the entire band.
Yes.
We've had Jeff
We've
Ward,
had
Kristen
Amanda.
Dinar, that short guy, the little tiny guy, Shane Jennings,
Shane.
and we've had Amanda Ray, and
Yes.
we've had almost the
We've
whole
had a lot of
stage
them.
full.
Yes, we have, and we are going to do this show anyway. So it's for breast cancer awareness. So your cover charge goes to charity. So September 30th, which is literally next Friday, not tomorrow night, but next Friday.
A week from tomorrow.
Get your ass to Southbound and
It's
enjoy.
gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty wild.
I'm not going to reveal any surprises because there
What
might be.
surprise are you talking about?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to reveal them. I just said I'm not going to reveal them. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anyway,
In the meantime, thank you.
so they had rehearsal tonight, and Tara skipped it. But here's we are.
Because I do a show, and then of course Stephanie Cagle says boobies.
Yeah,
Wait,
I caught.
Hang on. There. Is that better, Steph? Sorry. Okay. All right.
I got to hear a few songs, and then I walked out to the driveway, and Amanda got me high, and then I had to leave.
Then you had to leave. It was time to go. All medicinal, of course. It was all medicinal. There's a shit ton of comments I'm missing. Are you scoping those?
I'm trying.
All right.
Okay, Tara's piano solo was the equivalent of a Vince Grill guitar solo.
Vince Grill. Who said that? I can't find it. Who? Where?
Jared.
I don't see it. There's 400 comments. So where are you at?
I don't know.
Let's go back. Go back up to Julia's here too. So go way back up. Way back
Before
up.
Doug Sims.
To boobies. Go back up to boobies. Find boobies and let's go from there because that's where I'm at. Because there's like 40 comments after that.
Okay, boobies.
Yes.
Jimmy James said Kenwood. Oh yeah, Kenwood. He's referring to the stereo
Right?
system.
Yes.
Dude, if
And
you're
then
our
Johnny
age,
says Sherwin Vega. Exactly. Right. That's the versus Kenwood versus Sherwin Vega. Yes. Right.
it might have been. There was another one. I think that was right around when Harmon Carmen was
Carmen
starting-
with a K?
Harmon Carnan or Carmen. I think they were just
Right.
getting off the ground. They were going to put Kenwood out of
And
business.
then Johnny Cross also says Alpine. Diane says Ken
Alpine,
Wood
yes.
with a Phillips turntable.
Yes.
Right?
Kenwood was the best.
Stephanie, thank you. Fucking love the vocals Tara gives. Thank you, honey. Then Jimmy says, what's worse than wearing a band's t-shirt to the same band's concert? I don't know. What's worse than that?
He must have been waiting to answer, and we didn't.
I know,
ask.
because I'm so behind. But Julia says, 2 showcases last weekend, 2 showcases this weekend. So much gear loading. I can't keep my head on straight. What are we talking about? I'm with you, honey, because my head is about in the same shape as yours is. Doug's here. Doug Sims. Hi, Doug. Vince Hill, I think he means Vince Gill, is good enough to be an extra in the little band called the Eagles. Yeah, which he did. And then Jared's correcting himself saying Pure Prairie League or correcting somebody. There's so many comments. I can't keep up. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to tell when he said something about what's worse when we're in a band's t-shirt or the band's concert. I do have a kind of funny story about this shirt. If you want to show it on the.
Yes, Cheryl, next weekend. So, okay, camera 4. Look at that. Boo. Look at that shirt.
So this is.
That's a cool ass shirt, man.
It's actually a Johnny Q Public shirt. Okay, that's me in the middle. And it's Kelly Green. I remember that from when we were ordering the shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a neon, almost neon yellow.
Right?
And it's got just a little bitty Johnny Q Public on the back. So it's bright green. It's totally obnoxious. It's like, what the hell? Like such a weird band shirt.
But it's awesome.
I've told this story before, but no one's ever actually seen the shirt. That's why I wore it tonight. We were driving in downtown Springfield and we were getting ready to go to a show. We actually had a show at what used to be the Burgundy Room on Walnut.
You did a show there with Johnny Q?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, on that tiny little sliver stage?
Oh, full bore.
Wow.
We actually brought a stage in that was 4 feet tall.
Look that's on that wall,
up against the glass,
right?
where the street. It was against the street.
You went
so
towards
right when you walked in the door, we were on the left.
Oh, okay.
You could
weren't
put
on
your
the
hand
wall.
on the stage.
I got you.
No, we didn't do the sideways thing. Everybody else was playing that way.
Yes.
But we actually rented a 4-foot tall stage and brought in like full, like they're bringing it off a truck and brought a whole stage in there because we were pretentious as fuck.
Of course.
And we played at the old Burgundy Room, which is now the Mud Lounge.
Right.
And we played right in the windows back to the Shotgun Bar. On our way to that show, we're driving through downtown Springfield and we get stopped at a stop sign. Like, there's a stop sign. We go to stop and there's a homeless guy that's walking in front of our van. You say, "Hey, Dan, how do you know he was a homeless guy?" Well, I guess I don't know for sure, but he was like pushing a shopping cart with a whole bunch of shit in it, and he had a beard out to here, and it just kind of, I was judging a book by its cover. He sort of looked like a full-blown, full-bore, like this dude. That's what he is.
Sure.
He had this shirt on.
Oh.
Clean as a whistle.
Really?
Clean as a whistle. And he walked right in front of our van.
No shit.
And we're pointing through the windshield like, "Oh my God, look, that dude's got our fucking shirt on." I don't know how in the hell he ended up with this shirt.
No shit.
But it was bright green with this bright neon ink. And he was just with his shopping cart, and he had a Johnny Q Public shirt on while he was crossing right in front of our van.
So maybe you guys like donated it to a good cause.
No. We never donated. It's just somebody might have bought it and gave it to Red Racks or something.
Right.
I don't know how the hell he ended up with it.
That's amazing.
And we didn't jump out and ask. We were just freaking out. He walked right in front of us.
Maybe he bought it at a concert and then things went south for him, and that's when he became homeless.
I have no idea. The story of how he got it doesn't matter.
But he
what
was
matters
wearing it.
is that we were randomly driving in downtown Springfield, and somebody walked right in front of our bus with our own shirt on.
fucking shirt
He wasn't
on.
going to the concert
No.
that we were playing that night.
The same night.
It was this shirt.
It was that shirt.
Bright fucking green.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a homeless guy with a Kelly green shirt on?
I have never.
Bro, it's a wild sight.
I have never.
Everything about him is like...
About him?
Yeah, because I was getting ready to use the word brown.
Gotcha.
Everything about him is like all just kind of brown, kind of like Pigpen from the Charlie Brown cartoons, except for the bright green shirt that he had on.
Right.
It was amazing.
That's
it's one of my
fucking
most
crazy.
favorite Johnny Q memories
I love
ever.
That. Almost as good as the guy who rode with you in your van.
Anyway,
Stephanie says, "How can I get that shirt?"
this one that I have actually on me is probably the only one I have left.
Yep.
I don't think I have any extras.
And then Jimmy
of
James
these.
Butler says, "Wow, what a great shirt story." Yes, absolutely.
Dude, it was wild as hell.
He also says, "That's the Dan Fritz I remember, fresh-faced and full of hope."
I don't know.
He's got no reaction to that.
I don't have hope anymore.
No.
Oh, I do. I just
So we were
kid.
talking about wearing your own swag, and Jared says, "Nothing wrong with that. Wear whatever your shirt you want, wherever you want."
Hey, this is only going to be a micro. This is going to be like a very small thought compared to like everyone watching and us wanting our podcast to be known to other people. So it's a very minute thing that some people won't even know who I'm talking about. But do you know who used to give me the most shit about wearing my own band's T-shirt on stage when I was in Machine Gun Symphony? When I was in Machine Gun, I would wear a Machine Gun Symphony shirt, and I also had all my other crap on it. And there was one single person in this town that like totally annihilated me for it. Like, "Oh, fuck, wear your own shirt. Wear your own shirt. Stupid. Can anyone name who might have said that to me?
Anyone?
I wish I could find a picture of him right now on stage.
Did he say it directly to you?
No, he
No.
said it to me. He said it about me behind
He
my
said
back.
it indirectly behind your back.
Yeah, and I didn't get
Probably
the info.
to me.
And and also to other people.
That's a
It
hint.
wasn't just you. But you can hardly, I mean,
Since nobody answered your fly question, maybe you can give the kazoo to someone who answers this question.
kazoo!
Kazoo. Jared says, it wasn't me.
That is true. It was not Jared.
Jimmy James says, I respect the hell out of every mofo who wears his own band's t-shirt on stage.
Exactly. So nowadays, this person has...
And let's go on.
He
hang
wears-
on. I've worn Bender shirts on stage. This is Julia. I can say literally, I sold the t-shirt off my back. #flirty. Jared says, I would never have said that. I got decades of the same belief. And then Julia
It
is
was
also
not
like,
Jared.
what fly question? Well, you missed that, honey. We'll revisit that. But go ahead.
So yes, I'm with all of you commenting that it's totally fine to wear your own band merch while you're on stage. I did it all the time, and I got the most hell from one person.
One person in particular
that
in this town
would make fun of me so bad because I wore my own band shirt on stage. Now this person wears his own band's shirt on stage. He has his own band's logo on a guitar that he plays. He has his own band tattoo on his arm. And he gave me shit about wearing my own swag.
Ready, set, go.
Now I don't even need to tell you who it is.
No.
I'll just tell you that's the way he rolls now.
That's right. That's the way it goes.
Hopefully his fiance's still watching.
Right. Wait. Look, we have two winners. Cindy Lucas and Stephanie Cagle.
You guys both win the kazoo.
We need two kazoos.
One of you can blow into one end and the other can blow into the other
One
end.
can blow and one can suck.
I think the hot dam's kicking in.
Hot damn is absolutely kicking in. I only had one shot. Holy
That was
crap.
more than a shot.
It was a big shot. and then Jared says also, does it rhyme with Beth's sword?
Beth's sword.
Yeah. Stephanie doesn't want the kazoo. She wants Dan's shirt. So maybe we can make that happen. I don't know.
I'll have to see if I have another one. I don't think I do. I'm not sure.
It'll be a little scary. And then Cheryl says, pretty sure we all knew who.
Yeah. That
But
wasn't the hardest
no,
trivia question ever.
To be honest, though, this was actually a thing. It was a criticism 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It is like,
And now it's like, fuck it.
wear his own band shirt.
Right. No, he's got a
Stupid.
guitar that says it. No,
You're
we're
such a
not. We're not
douche.
dogging him. We're giving him shit. We're roasting the motherfucker. It's
Yeah, don't get all
roasting.
worried, for
Don't
Christ's
get panties
sakes.
in the wad. As it's written on our bathroom, no more getting red ass. I'm just saying. It's just all in fun.
Just having
All
fun.
in fun.
I actually like that he has all that stuff.
Totally. See, now he's on board and he's more on
I know. It's like,
team
you
Dan.
should promote your own band, you dummy. He finally took my advice and started getting crowds.
Julia says, lucky for me, I have two kazoos of my own.
Oh, well, then Julie doesn't get the kazoo.
She's like, well, I love that shit ass.
We love that shit ass. I think that's what everybody thinks.
Right? Jimmy James says, a different Jimmy James from who I know. I heard you can buy one of those shirts off some homeless guy downtown.
Probably.
Downtown in Springfield.
Probably.
He might still have it.
Dude, it was the wildest thing ever. And the whole band was in the van when he walked in front of
Unbelievable.
us.
I wish there was like cell phone video of
That's
this.
why I know it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me seeing it.
Yeah.
It literally was the band,
For real.
Johnny Q. Public,
Yeah.
all members
Seeing this guy.
in the van because we were going to a show to set up, and motherfucker walks right in front of us with our shirt on.
Unbelievable.
Wild!
I love it.
I love that the universe has given me stories like that. Thank
Have
you,
got
universe.
such great stories.
People say that. They say, "Oh, you got great stories." And I'm like, "Do I have great stories or am I good at like recognizing stories when they happen? Am I better at that than most people are?"
I think there's part of that because, sometimes you have a story like we have found out on this podcast. It's like, oh, I'm not interesting. I don't have anything interesting to say.
Well, yeah, Cheryl Crook was just like, "Oh, we're not very interesting." And then I found out she was stationed at the fucking Pentagon. And she was in Germany when the Berlin Wall came down.
Right.
And I'm like, you're not interesting?
You're not interesting? You don't have interesting stories?
It must have just,
Right. You
must have gone right over your head.
You just don't think that shit.
You should be
right?
telling everyone you know, like Tara does touring with the Statler brothers.
Absolutely. And
that
being
you
on
were
MTV.
there, that you were there
And
when the
you
Berlin Wall came down. It's way more interesting to be there when the Berlin Wall came down than to be on MTV.
100%. Or
I just made it into something that appears to be interesting.
And I just fucking sang a little bit with some cool ass group, right?
I wouldn't call the Statler brothers cool ass.
Dude.
I mean, come on.
Shut up.
I wouldn't call them cool ass.
Shut up.
I wouldn't call them cool ass.
You wouldn't.
Would anybody call the Statler brothers cool ass?
You talked to the bunch
They
of blue
are
hairs we sang to.
legendary. They are legendary. They're in like some kind of Hall of Fame probably somewhere. I just don't know if I'd call them cool ass.
Cheryl says, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
Yes,
cool.
it is, Cheryl. I ain't even listening to your dumb mouth anymore.
Stephanie says, yes, best storyteller ever. Hashtag Team Dan. Yes, you are a great storyteller. That's part of it.
Cheryl Cook
Use your R's.
Crook was trusted to be in the Pentagon.
Yes.
That's fucking
She
cool.
had effing clearance, bitches. Right? Hang on. We're going to go back here. Oh, let me go back up.
They like scanned her retina to get in, and they
So
were like, she's cool.
we were giving some Jeff Ward some shit about like that. Stephanie says, well, he got a hot front girl. Kristen Denard, thank you. Absolutely. And then City Lucas says, if an artist doesn't support their own band, how can they get mad if the crowd doesn't support them?
Hello, thank you.
Interesting fact. Interesting fact.
Stephanie might have to leave. Hashtag Team Dan.
For the shit you're saying.
For this shit you're saying.
Hashtag Team Tara.
Tim Tara.
Okay. Thank you. And Jared says, the Statlers aren't a cool band. Not even close.
They're not a cool band.
Cool according to who? Whom? Who?
To whom? To who? That to you. That's whom. Name that movie.
I don't fucking know. Grease 2.
Yes.
Oh, I got one right because I can always guess Green 2. Grease 2.
Green 2.
Green 2.
Hello,
well, you're wearing green.
Hello, hot damn.
Oh, shit. You're not going to pour more, are you? Stephanie said I might have... Oh, I already put that up there. Right. Probably phenomenal humans. Yes, they are. Like, and they were cool for their day. And you know what? A lot of the Statler Brothers fans were actually probably cool. Like, they were probably the cool kids in the 70s. You know, if you take them and you take ourselves, like all these memes that talk about like, oh, 30 years ago was this and now 30, whatever, all these memes that make us go,
Well, to be clear, I'm not saying they're not a cool band as a diss on them.
Well, they're not cool for 2022.
No, they're not cool. Like Jack White is cool.
Jack White's weird.
No, Jack White is cool.
He's weird.
Like Johnny Depp's cool.
Johnny Depp's cool.
Okay,
Jack White's weird.
Statler Brothers are great. Statler Brothers.
Have you seen their outfits?
Statler Brothers are legends. Statler Brothers are in the Hall of Fame. I don't need to find you nothing. You're not listening to me.
I'm listening.
They're amazing, and they've accomplished more musically than I could ever possibly imagine. They're totally amazing. I just don't think they're cool.
According to whom?
I'm saying cool.
According to 90s grunge rock?
The Fonz is cool.
Yeah. They were cool.
They were not the Fonz.
Dude.
Bro. They were amazing. I just wouldn't describe them as cool.
If you were alive in
the Statler Brothers were really cool.
72 when they're touring with fucking
when
Johnny
they were doing
Cash?
those cheesy skits about like,
No.
She's hitting on me.
No,
she's hitting on you.
You missed
she's
that.
hitting on me.
No.
She's hitting on you with their bow ties. That's not cool.
But in 74 when they were with Johnny Cash,
Bruno
and being all
Mars
cool,
is cool.
For 2022? He wasn't even fucking alive. He wasn't even a glimmer in his parents' eye.
Elvis is cool.
Yeah, and so were the
Not
Statlers
the
back then.
Statler.
Okay.
No, the Statlers
Google some of that shit.
were like the nerdy friends of Elvis.
No.
Yes.
No,
I mean,
they
come
weren't.
on.
No.
Come on.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Yes, they were.
Nope.
Yes, they were. Anyway.
They didn't have edginess. So here's the thing I will say about that, Jared.
He's correct.
He is correct.
The Oak Ridge Boys had edginess.
You know why?
Trying to love two women. incredibly edgy song.
Because of fucking pressure from their goddamn label.
All right, so they're pussies.
Maybe.
They're pussies because they gave into the pressure of their label.
Y'all didn't know them backstage.
Okay, well, what we knew is what they were like on stage, and they were 4 big pussies who gave into the pressure of their label.
Jimmy James says, cool is in the overalls of the beholder. Thank you. Tara's missing the boat. I'm not missing any boat. You guys are not hearing my boat. I'll go with legendary, not cool. Yes, I'm not saying they're fucking cool to us 50-year-olds and 40-year-olds.
They weren't cool then.
They totally were.
They were not.
Dude, you have no idea.
Dude, the monkeys were cool.
No, they were just as geeky as a fucking Statler's if you want to put them that way.
No.
Dude.
No. No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
They're amazing. They
You
weren't
weren't-
cool. You're not
you-
hearing what I'm saying.
No, I'm hearing you.
Elvis was cool. Johnny
You're not
Cash was
here-
cool.
You weren't there, and you don't know some of these fucking fans, and you haven't seen.
Dude,
their,
I'm
their-
not saying
their-
they weren't successful.
No, I'm not talking about successful.
And deserved it.
And they were
and
edgy
talented.
for 1974.
They were not
You have
edgy
no
for
idea.
74. Led Zeppelin already existed before 1974.
for country music.
For country music. Okay, then let's go back
have
to
no
Willie
idea.
and Waylon.
Yeah.
They were way
They
edgier.
were stoners. I'm talking about real
Bro.
mainstream country and gospel, and they were edgy for that.
Bro, no, you're
They
wrong.
were edgy for that.
You're wrong.
There were 5 facets of country music in the 70s, and they were bringing out some cool
Dude,
shit that
Willie
happened.
and Waylon were already blowing the gates
Yes,
off of edgy country
because they
music.
could. They weren't held down by the gospel bullshit.
Fucking Hank Williams was edgier than the fucking Statler brothers.
100%.
Well,
but
you just said they were edgy.
they were for what they were trying to fucking do. When they toured with the Statlers,
You're wrong.
Or when they toured with Johnny Cash, and Johnny Cash was all fucking freaking out and shit, and they got a chance to be kind of edgy, and they had their personal lives that were doing whatever, I will not say. They were a bit edgy in the early 70s. You guys don't even know.
How can you say they were
Because
edgy?
I know the stories. I know the stories.
They wore matching Easter suits.
They wore matching red, white, and blue
Easter
freaking-
suits, like the most not. They were like hee haw.
Yeah, but for
If
country
you think
music,
if you think hee haw was edgy, then you think the Statlers are edgy.
yes.
Okay,
Because there
hee-haw was not edgy.
Those bitches had their boobies out bigger than mine. On hee-haw.
Benny Hill had
On
already done
fucking
it.
Hee-haw.
Benny Hill had already done
That's
it.
edgy.
Benny
And
Hill
that
already
shit
did
gets
it.
closed down by Facebook right now.
Benny Hill had already done it. It wasn't edgy. It was just copying Benny Hill. Nice work, man. We haven't had a good fight in a long time.
No, it's not a fight. We haven't had a good show like this in a minute.
It's good.
Fucking good. We should go back to our like one camera
The
shit
Statler brothers are edgy.
for their time then.
No, not
And Stephanie says,
1974.
"Thank you for flashing my boobs a little bit." Thank you, Stephanie. You're welcome.
God.
Yes, you're welcome. It's so funny, Stephanie. Earlier, I didn't even see this. She says, "Show your boobs," and I did that little, and she's like, "Thank you."
Remember that one, for those of you who have followed us a long time, remember that one time we did a live show and you actually had a nipple slip?
Yep.
Oh boy, that was.
That was rando. Oopsie. Go
I
find
think
that
that
one.
I think that was Stephanie's fault too.
It was edgy.
That was edgy.
Wouldn't have been approved by the Statler
It's
brothers.
a true story. Jimmy James makes a great point. If the Statler brothers were edgy, does that mean Bill Gaither was edgy?
No.
Everything I Know Is Wrong, which is another Zoo TV reference. And that's what
God.
I'm saying.
You and your fucking YouTube
If you
obsession.
think the Statler brothers are edgy, then you have to also say Bill Gaither was edgy. Period.
Okay.
Or Pat Boone,
So
who became edgy later.
Jared makes a valid point here. He's listening to what we're saying, and I appreciate that, Jared. Can you read that one?
Okay, Tara. Now I've heard what you said. You are saying
In real life.
in real life the Statlers are edgy, but on stage and public persona, they were straight-laced and tamed down, correct?
100%.
Okay, well,
However,
not many people know them personally like you do.
However, they went with the whole jumpsuits like Elvis did. They went with the whole rock and roll thing, even though they were a gospel country group. That's edgy for the early 70s. Look it up.
And the survey
Gaithers weren't
says
doing that. The Gaithers were not fucking doing that.
I know. It's a sarcastic point made by Jimmy James.
Then they are 100% lame. F.
That's right.
Nip slip would have been cool according to the Statler brothers, and the Statler brothers ain't cool.
Jared's wine's kicking in.
I guarantee the Statler brothers would have enjoyed a nip slip. I'm just saying.
Okay, maybe backstage.
Their crowd would not have.
I heard Dolly Parton was a whore too.
Right.
I've heard from a reliable source.
Reliable source. Does anybody listen to Monday Morning Medication?
Of course
other
they
than
do.
Jarek?
No,
Jarek?
there's other people that
Jared?
do. I've heard from a reliable source that Dolly Parton was like the Tommy Lee of country music females.
Yes. And her husband are probably awesome people, and that's why they're still together.
You almost called them swingers.
I almost did.
Because they probably are swingers.
Maybe.
I'm sure Dolly gets a hall pass.
I'm sure her husband does. They've been together forever. Works both ways
Yeah, dude.
in that world,
Yeah.
from what I hear.
Whatever. It's no big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why are we talking about Dolly Parton being
don't
a swinger?
know.
We're going to get in so much trouble.
I know we're going to get so slammed. Oh, my goodness. Jimmy James says, ha! Reliable source. He must listen to Monday Morning Medication.
A reliable source!
He also says Dolly Parton is awesome, coming from a post-punk fan. Yes.
I love Dolly Parton.
Stephanie
I think
Cagle
she's...
says, stop, pineapple! Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I know why she's saying that.
I know, I do too. And we got something from Bushmill and Associates. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Tune into the Audio Roast this Sunday for my latest ad campaign.
Jesus Christ,
And
that
I'm
guy.
sure he's referring to advertising on the Audio Roast podcast every Sunday night at
5-ish,
p.m.,
when-ish,
something like that.
7-ish. I think the release in 5 and they go live at 7, something like this.
Well, he's trying to upload on an Atari 2200, a Commodore 64. He's trying to upload his videos on a Commodore 64. He's got his new episode on 5 1/4 floppy disks that he's
geez.
trying to
Holy
upload to YouTube.
shit.
So it's
5
taking.
inch. Wow.
Have you ever learned how to compress a file, Jared? Hello.
Right.
Oh my God. It's not going to upload in time again because it's taken 27 hours.
So start it at 2 a.m. the night before. He gets the, Julia says, I get the gist. That's right. She's a listener of Monday Morning Medication Audio Unsung Screamers podcast.
We here at Bushmill Associates aren't fans of just the gist.
And you didn't even spell it right. Freaking idiots at Bushmill and Associates. Get your spelling right there, Bushmill.
Johnny Cross thinks that Jared's shows are awesome, but he's also a full-grown man that takes bubble baths.
And he did have shit tons of questions. Do we want to?
And then my bubbles, mommy.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. It's the bubbles. It's the bubbles. It's the
Bubbles.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I've had a shot and a half of this fucking hot damn shit. I'm drinking
Do you
water.
want some more?
No. I enjoy Jared's show. I really do. It's a fun show.
I do too.
Get off of there. There's a fucking
We
fruit
all
fly.
give each other shit sometimes.
We
here and
do.
there,
Jared
but
puts a lot of work and effort. Jared and Joshua, they put a lot of effort and work, and also the Betancourts and stuff into that show. So go check out the Audio Roast.
yeah,
Seriously,
it's awesome.
for real, for real. Stephanie says again, "I want your shirt, Dan."
Oh boy. Well, you know how you can get it.
Johnny Cross says whiskey straight. Wait, what did you say?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh my God, Jared says he starts uploading on Saturday afternoon.
That's because he's on a Commodore 64
Right,
over there.
it's because you've got Wi-Fi that's like 4 bits per second, and you are a Commodore 64, a MacBook 12.
He's not even on Mac. He's still doing everything PC.
Oh, your PC? Well,
Yeah, he's PC as fuck.
that's part of your problem right there.
Yeah, that's a big part of his
Yep.
problem.
Johnny's been on twice. So have I. I've been on 3 times. Johnny says, I've been on twice. Yeah.
I was on twice. Well, I would call it 1.5.
Yeah. Jimmy James Butler says, what is their show? I missed it. Audio Roast Podcast. Go check it out. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, sir. Go check it out. Audio Roast. It's like music, games, and coffee. And it's like so like there's no effort put forth into. No, I'm kidding. They put so much into their shows. Oh, next weekend's their 100th. Really? Brethren and sisterin, the Screamers. Next weekend is our 100th episode. Congrats to over 100. Thank you very much for the Screamer thing. We're at 103 for sure.
Yeah, and we had tons of chat episodes before that. Johnny Cross says, I'm drinking whiskey when I'm taking a bubble bath. God!
Good. Right?
Throw me a bone. I'm more like Doc Holliday taking a bubble bath.
Totes, right? With fucking straight ass whiskey, bitches. Don't fucking fuck with me. And he gave us 14 questions and we haven't answered one.
I know, but he was fucking with us. They're
I
all
know.
fucking weird that you can't answer them.
You can't?
No, read them.
I know. I read them all.
Okay, so why are you acting surprised that you can't answer them? Would you rather be blind with a good smile or like not have a nose and a good personality or some crazy shit? I don't know what to say to that shit.
Let's just go with the first one. The first question he put here was, what would you do if you found a dead body in a hotel room?
I would freak the fuck out and run away.
I'd freak
Next
the fuck
question.
out and call 911. I'd be out.
And it's not like I'd crawl on it and fuck it. I would get out of there.
Dude, gross.
Well, what's he looking for? Number 2.
Number 2. If bald people work in a restaurant, do they still wear a hairnet?
No, they don't.
No, they do not. Number
3.
3. Which one would you prefer? Have no nose but have really good smelling fingers, or be blind and have a really nice smile?
See, I don't.
What? What? Who's dinging?
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Is that on the computer?
It might be. Ding. Anyway, I don't want no nose. I'd rather be blind and have a really nice smile. Okay, so ready, go.
Johnny says only you would go there, Dan.
Right? Of course.
Jared says, come on, it's 2022. You'd at least go take a picture.
Right?
I guess I might take. It depends on how dead they are.
Of course. Well,
If they're
how
freshly,
dead they are.
Well, yeah. If they're freshly dead, it would probably just be like, oh shit,
911.
that was weird.
Right.
If they're like
If they're
3
stinking?
weeks
If they're
dead,
stinking?
yeah, I would probably vomit.
Like
I
they're
don't.
in the box under the mattress?
No, like if you walk in and see it, I would assume what he means is if you walk into a hotel room and see a dead body, not discover one under the mattress, like laying there. If their entrails are starting to rot and they're from the ribs down, their abdomen is full of maggots.
Oh my God.
If their abdomen's full of maggots,
Your buddy, would you take a picture? Oh my God, that's gross. Then
What?
crawl on top and fuck it?
who said that?
Johnny, Jerry, Jimmy James, who are the fucking Jimmy James Butler? Would you take a picture, then crawl on top and fuck it?
Well, I think I said that before he even left the comment.
He did. You did. He says. Johnny says, "What is?" He means if. What if the body had really fantastic tits?
See, now we're getting all wild.
You guys are getting gross.
Stephanie wants us to start a GoFundMe page so we can go down there and visit her.
Oh, I know. We need to. Yes. Johnny said this show just turned into a shock jock show. Yeah, welcome. Yeah.
Stephanie still wants my shirt.
Uh-huh. She's going to say it until you give it to her.
So yeah, it's a relative question.
Yes. I agree.
Besides the fucking part, that was kind of just a joke. But if I walked into a hotel room and it's half rotted,
Yeah. Ew.
I don't think I would take a picture.
Of course not.
I'd be like, what the fuck?
Would you take a picture if it's fresh?
I
Like
don't
the
think
body was
so.
still
I don't
warm?
think I would take a
I wouldn't
picture.
take any fucking pictures. That's disgusting.
I think I saw a dead body one time in downtown Springfield.
You do?
Yeah, I'm 99% sure. I was leaving a bar that was on the square, I don't guess there's any reason not to tell who it was. It used to be a place called.
Oh,
it's right here. It was Drink. The name of the bar was Drink.
Club Drink.
And it was, well, actually, it was just Drink.
Okay.
That was a big debate. Like, it's not Club Drink. It's just Drink. It's like, okay, whatever. It was a 3-level bar, and the Burgundy Room was on the very top. And we used to stay after hours up in the Burgundy Room and play poker with Cash.
Cash Money. Not some guy named Cash?
With the owner.
Okay.
Cash. Have you ever played poker with Cash? Johnny Cross?
I have.
Let me know if you've ever
dimes and
played
nickels.
poker with Cash. Anybody? Because it is a completely different game than when you play with chips. Especially when you're playing with a couple of people you don't know. We're not betting chips. We're betting green money cash.
Right. And what was your minimum bet?
I don't know. I'm just saying at times the table had over $500 on it.
Ouch.
And you're betting cards against a couple of strangers and even a couple of friends that can turncoat on you real fast when 500's on the
True
line.
that. True that.
It's a very strange game to play, Texas Hold'em with cash.
Okay.
Especially in the 3rd floor of a random downtown building in Springfield, Missouri.
Random? Was it random?
I would call it pretty fucking random. You're just upstairs.
The 3rd floor.
Yeah.
The bar was closed,
It's now the Springfield History Museum.
but it was the 3rd floor.
Oh, yeah.
And it was after hours. Like, there was nothing
Oh, yeah. It was very like,
legal.
we're not supposed to be doing
There was
this.
nothing legal about it.
Right. So sometimes those poker games would end at 3 or 4 in the morning. And one night, me and a buddy of mine, I'll leave him unnamed because he probably would not want to be associated with this story. We left the poker game at about 3 or 4 in the morning, and we walked past, it would have been, I think it would have actually been either Park Central, doesn't matter, nobody cares. It was a cross street. It was either Walnut or Park Central East. And it was all roped off with like crime tape. There was cops everywhere, like all the flashy lights. This is like 3, 4 in the morning, all these flashy lights. And we looked down the street, and there was a dude laying on the street, and his head was actually cocked up on the curb, and he was gone for sure. And we just walked by we stayed outside the police tape and walked to our car and went home. But that dude was not there. And there was paddy wagons there and ambulance and everything. All that was happening while we were playing completely illegal poker with cash
With cash.
in the 3rd floor of the Springfield History Museum,
Which used to be a bar.
which used to be a bar called Drink.
Did you win? I missed it.
I don't know if I won. I'm just saying it's very stressful to play poker with green money cash, not
With
chips.
Absolute green money cash.
Johnny says they used to do that above Ruthie's bar. Judges, cops, lawyers, you name it.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
They used to. Bummer. I want to see what that's about.
Johnny says he's done it with way more than 500. I can't say that maybe sometimes there was way more than 500. I was just throwing that out there as like that was a basic bitch pot.
And Stephanie says 500 hand bet.
We were playing that kind of poker where like if you ran out of money and you had money, you could buy in the middle of a hand,
Right?
which is even more dangerous. You can't if you're playing with cash, you can't allow a rich person to just buy in the middle of a hand.
Right, right.
Like,
you
oh,
have to
I
match that
basically am
shit.
getting ready to lose this hand. I'm just going to throw another 200 in. I'm going to raise the pot 200, even though they had run out of money. When people play like that, they just keep buying in until they win.
Yes.
Which is, it's so
That's
scary. I'm telling you, it's so
super
scary.
And Jared also said, I just had the comment up there. He said cash, not change, folks. Yeah, this is cash.
Everything was
We're
green
not
dollar
talking pennies,
bills.
nickels, dimes.
It was green dollar bills, and it
Green
was
dollars.
scary. And then, whatever, we did good. We never got in fights. We never had an altercation. Luckily, it all always went okay. But one night, me and a buddy of mine left at about 4 a.m, and the whole downtown Springfield was full of cops, and we saw the guy. He was laying on the street.
You mean who?
The guy that was dead. Laying on the street with his head actually cocked up on the curb like somebody had curbed his ass.
Owie.
And it was weird. We were talking about seeing a dead body.
Yes.
See, so I guess Johnny Cross's dumb questions did spark some conversation.
Right? Of course. There's an audio roast comment.
You guys probably haven't even seen the show since we've lifted the language ban, huh?
Our buddies at Audio Roast finally grew up. Oh!
Are they saying bad words like ass?
I hope so, because I think Jay Stevens might have started that little thing. Oh my God, our little babies are growing up. Awesome. You'll get more comments. You'll get more people.
Jared said his wine's kicking in so bad now he's actually typing correctly.
Oh! You know why? Because wine
relaxes you.
Reduces your inhibitions and relaxes you.
And he's the most uptight motherfucker
and you can
ever.
be an absolute normal person when you let go. Just let go, let go.
Let it go. Let it go.
That's only like 2 shots. Whatever. It slows me down. Jared says, that's exactly how we sound. That's a great impression. Yeah. Because we... Yeah.
You guys probably haven't even seen the show since we've lifted the language ban, huh?
I love how whoever signs in as Audio Roast on there to give... What is it? Promote a show?
We did it already.
I know. But we did it for somebody else.
Someone else got the street creds.
Slows me down. Johnny says, what? Bro! I totally forgot I have a bottle of blueberry wine. Right. Exactly. We like our alcohol.
Lilac wine.
Oh, shit. That was a great story on the episode with Randall Shreve.
Which will be out in about a year and 2 months.
A year and 2 months. We're away. Right?
When we won't even be using computers anymore. It'll all be in the Neuralink.
It'll be in the Neuralink.
Drilled into our head.
Somewhere in our brains. So I want to pose this question real quick. I know we have 45,000 other questions from Johnny Cross, but I want to pose this question real quick. Who's watching, which we have a handful, who's going to buy an electric car? Who's buying an electric car? Let's go. Who is buying an electric car? Go. Why are you shaking your head at me?
Well, you're saying go. Mm-hmm. I don't know who's buying an electric car.
Let's go.
Some of them might already have electric cars.
Because even Jeep has an electric car now. An electric Jeep. Can you imagine being out there climbing rocks with a Jeep and all of a sudden it's like, phew, you need to charge your fucking shit. What? What are you looking at? Tell me. What are you reading?
You got it right there.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're reading. I'll still be using my computer to run Oregon Trail and upload the audio roast, right? Julia. Hi, Julia. She says, in all the running around my husband and I are doing this season, I sang him Lilac Wine so I could ask, where's my love? In song format. Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. I cannot sing. Isn't it she?
Such a good song.
We're getting a lot of nopes.
Jateri says,
No, someone else.
You all drink too much. Really?
Jateri is like, oh, you drink too much.
Do we?
Yeah.
And Julia says, hybrids are pretty great. Best of both worlds, if you ask me. Sure. For real.
Whatever. I'll tell you what.
Jimmy says, hi, Lilac Wine. Amazing. Yes. The live versions are the best, especially of Lilac Wine. But we have a great story about Randall Shreve and singing that, but you'll have to watch that when we repost.
In a year and 2 months from now. Mm-hmm. Unless Elvis starts helping me out.
Right. He will. Soon-ish, kind of, sort of. So Julia still says, I still don't have an answer to what the fly question was.
Julia doesn't know the answer to the fly?
Like 2 hours ago, she wasn't
That's super
here.
surprising.
What the fuck? There's a giant insect that just landed on our shit.
Whatever. Oh, okay. All right. So maybe she wasn't in the loop. But I can tell you right now, I can throw it out there and Julia will have the answer. Julia,
Ready?
earlier in the show,
Get ready.
I put these sunglasses on. And we had a commenter, Jimmy James, in fact, not the Jimmy James you know, a different Jimmy James, who just commented The Fly. And I said, if anybody can guess what Jimmy James is referring to, I'll give you a free kazoo. And nobody could guess what he was talking about when he called me The Fly with these sunglasses on. Julia, go.
Go. Get your intervals right. Oh my God.
Bono's alter ego from the Zoo TV tour. Thank you, Julia. I knew she would know.
I knew she would know. I knew she would know. You get this like previously.
She even brought in the alter ego. She knew specifically what it was.
You, Julia,
Thank
you win
you.
this previously.
You get a Springfield
blown,
music kazoo.
This previously
that
blown.
has my mouth all over it.
Absolutely.
My camera.
Julia.
Where's my camera? This is not funny because you're not switching to my camera.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
You get this free kazoo. Okay.
So we need to have Julia on here before we make our big announcement, whatever that announcement was supposed to be.
Let's see.
Previously, Johnny Cross says, previously blown kazoo, great band name. Right?
Yeah, true.
Right? Julia says also the song The Fly from Achtung Baby, the video where he rises and falls from the sheer face of love like a fly on the wall. It's no secret.
It's no secret. Do 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 do. Oh my God, that Zoo TV fucking tour
Diane
is so
Kent
good.
says make the announcement.
All right. There's probably our bestest fans here. Mm-hmm. The announcement is that the Thursday night Unsung Screamers live show might be coming to an end.
An end?
Well,
Or a change?
as far as Thursday night's concerned,
Right.
There's a chance we do one more next week.
Yes.
If we get our ducks in a row on that.
We can't announce who it's going to be.
And then, well, if you listen to Monday morning, you would know.
You would know.
And then after next week, which next week's even on the chopping block, we might stop doing Thursday night at 7:00.
So here's the thing I want to say. We might stop it or we might move it. We don't know yet. We haven't decided on that yet.
It's likely going to stop.
But
Just saying.
what I'm going to say is it may not stop, like the live might stop, but we'll still talk to people.
Yeah, some version of something. We're not stopping Unsung Screamers.
Oh
in
my
general.
God, it's so awkward right now because we have so much we want to say, but we can't say it right now. So I'm just gonna be there like here. I'm gonna say this. There's so much we want to say, but we can't say it right now. But we want to preface like next week Thursday. We believe we'll have some guests here to hang out. Can't announce that at this point, but after next Thursday, shit gonna change.
The show might be over.
I don't want to say over.
Why? The Thursday night 7:00 show will be over.
The live version of the show.
Okay, if you want to keep holding on, that's fine. The live show Thursday night at 7:00 will be done. It'll be over. Everyone's gonna know why in about 10 days.
About 10 days, y'all will know. Yes, Diane Kent says evolve. Yes.
Yes, it's not going to be over. Like Unsung
It's not
Screamers
over.
is not going to be over. But doing Thursday night live shows, I think we are 103 episodes of Unsung Screamers with an additional 40 episodes of Unsung Chat. starting just weeks after the pandemic started. We've had an amazing time, a wonderful time.
You guys have been great.
We might even occasionally pop on live here and there randomly. It might be a Monday night. It might be a Wednesday afternoon. It might be a Saturday morning just to have fun. But as far as the scheduled 7 o'clock on Thursday nights, if we even do it next week, that'll probably be it.
But I'm hoping we do.
And we will continue with, hangouts and interviews and even doing video interviews and still posting on YouTube and doing all those things. I'm just specifically saying the 7 o'clock Thursday night live show might be time like, good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Remember
Shauna Na?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowser. What was their big song?
It was a cover band. They were a cover band.
No, there was a song that was distinctly theirs that Bowser did the low part. What was?
Come on, Julia.
When they had a song, Shana Na.
Oh, I love it. Cheryl Crook says, I feel like this is a trick. It's not a trick. It's for reals. Tiffany says, hi, Tiffany. I love you so much. She says, I'm excited for whatever you decide that fills your space. Johnny Cross says, Johnny Unsung Cross. What?
Jared Isaac says, starting soon, kids. Audio roast live on Thursday nights at 7 p.m.
Wait, what? Right? I kind of expected that from you. And then Julia says, with a variety show. Jimmy also says, I finally decided to show up to give up my precious Thursday nights, and this is how you repay me. We're not quitting. Like, it's just going to be different.
Julie says that Shauna Na was a cover band, which is fine.
Yes,
I accept that. I'm not going to argue that. But they did have a song where Bowser did some kind of a low part. And I know it's Oak Ridge Boys that does the ba-ba, ba-ba, ba.
Well, of course.
But what was the low part Shauna Na did?
I don't know.
Bow wow. It was like something like bow wow.
Well,
wasn't it?
Back in the day, I loved Shauna Na. I was all aboard with Shauna Na. Johnny says, read up, gah! Yeah, I know.
What did I read wrong?
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, there's so many comments. Okay, well, I already put the Johnny Unsung Cross. Yeah, what are you talking about?
What did I read wrong? Johnny Unsung Cross.
Hell,
I finally decided to show up and give you. We read all that.
Pizza Place. Like, fucking hell.
Terry says the show sucks anyway because Tara never has to adjust the camera. True story.
Oh, what? I don't even see that. Where's that?
Julie says sad face. Just call me Unsung.
You're getting real time.
Hold on loosely. Don't let him go. I don't know why Johnny said that.
I don't either. And my comments are not the same as what you're reading. So
Johnny Cross said, "Yay! I'll be the one guest who never was." We're still having guests.
Here's the thing.
We'll still do
as
what we're doing.
As hot damn 100 as we are drunky pants. We want to still have guests on, but it just may not be a live thing on Thursdays.
Right. And we'll still do video.
Maybe it's going to be Tuesdays. Maybe whatever. We don't know yet.
We just might not do it live. Or we might go live if Johnny Cross is like, hey, man, I'd like to do an interview before my bubble bath, if that's okay, because my bubble bath starts every night at like 7 o'clock. And I'm totally manly because I sip whiskey out of a dessert glass. But I will still totally come do the show at like 2 p.m. on Wednesday. How does that sound? Maybe we'll just go ahead and do it live in the middle of... Just do it live! Fuck it! the fans that are still listening to us right now, they better know what that story is.
Right.
Because I've told them 100 times
150
to go look
times.
that video up.
Yep.
Just do it live! Fuck it! Red Hot Chili Peppers!
And also, Johnny says, bro, we need to do it in a bubble bath.
maybe we will. See, maybe we're going to, like Diane said, maybe we're going to evolve and start doing some things like a little bit different. Maybe we'll...
Totally. Right.
Maybe we'll go somewhere and do something different.
But after next week, shit might change, is all we're saying.
There's no might. Next
it's
week,
going to.
Next week is the last Thursday night, 7 o'clock show, or tonight is the last 7 o'clock live show.
But I want to say that hopefully, Jesus Christ.
Well, get your shit together.
Take a deep breath.
Don't say a bunch of dumb shit.
I know. I'm trying
There's
to
people
fucking
watching.
bite my tongue as this. Shut up.
Don't. Just don't.
Tiffany says, funny how Dan is still singing lyrics and not humming guitar solos. Thank you, Tiffany. Brilliant. Tiffany samples.
Touche.
Go get your fucking shit waxed with Tiffany.
With Tiffany?
Sorry.
Oh, I think your hot damn's kicking in.
100% it's kicking in.
Hey, we got a fun story about Tiffany before we close down tonight.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, like we did
yes.
conversation with her last week
Hell
on
yeah.
Thursday. So then Monday is our trash day.
Right.
So this is 4 days later.
Yes.
She was on our show Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I go to roll our trash bin out on Monday morning early. A lot of you know that if you listen to the Monday morning medication, the trash has always been kind of
You should
somewhat of a
listen
subject
to Monday morning medication.
on our audio only podcast found wherever you get your podcast. So Monday morning, I had to roll our trash dumpster to a different place in our yard because we had a car parked right where our trash normally picks up our trash. Does that make sense?
Yes.
On one side of our driveway is where we normally put our little hopper, and there's nobody parked there, and
Right.
so the truck can pull right up and get the trash can.
Right.
Well, sometimes we end up having to park one of our cars there. So out of courtesy, so the guy doesn't have to get out of his truck and roll our shit out into the street and everything else, I go ahead and put it on the other side of our driveway because then he can still roll in.
Just with his
dump
big ass
it,
truck.
even though it's like actually weird that it's all the way over there on the other side of my driveway. I push the trash hopper out and I put it in its place. I look down and there is an eye pencil. That's what they're called, right?
iPad.
These are, I think, eye pencils.
It's an Apple Pencil.
An Apple Pencil.
Like this.
Which, for those of you who don't know, these motherfuckers are like $100 just, and they're used for, okay, we all know this, right? I look down in the street right there in front of my trash hopper, and there's an Apple Pencil laying in the street. And I'm like, oh, shit, because I'm the one that's always losing my Apple Pencil all the time.
Yes.
And so I'm like,
You
fuck,
are.
I wonder what the fuck. So I went ahead and grabbed it. It was in fine shape. This was 4 days after Thursday night.
4 days.
So I come inside. I was like, Tara, do you have your Apple Pencil? And she was like, yeah. I was like, show me. Like, go find your iPad and show me, because it's not every day that you find a fucking Apple Pencil in your fucking street.
And then you were like, what?
And I
Where's
was
my
like,
Apple Pencil?
I made Tara go get her backpack and unzip it and and dig in her shit. She pulled her iPad out. She's like, here's my Apple Pencil right here. I said, well, where's mine? She's like, I think it's on your nightstand. So I was like, I need to go look at it with my own eyes because it's so weird to find an Apple Pencil out on the street.
Mine own eyes.
So I go back to my nightstand, and sure enough, my Apple Pencil is laying right there on my nightstand. So it's like,
So we have a random $100
we have an extra
Apple Pencil.
$100
Yay,
Apple Pencil.
us, right?
So when was it? The next day?
2 days. It was at least 2 days.
No, because we met so-and-so on a Tuesday.
But it was,
No, it was Tuesday.
yes.
The next
yes,
day.
You're right.
So on Tuesday, we get a text from Tiffany.
Now, I want to butt in. I want to butt in real fucking quick.
What?
Miss Tiffany is smart. She always orders Uber. She took an Uber to our studio. She took an Uber home.
Yeah.
She's so smart and all this stuff. Okay.
No, so it had nothing to do with.
All I want to know is, all I'm saying is that she Ubered here and she Ubered there.
Right. So we get a text from her on Tuesday night, and she says something to the effect of like, did by some chance in hell, did I leave my Apple Pencil at your house Thursday night when we did our interview with her last week? And I was like, I said, well, I found an Apple Pencil in our street. So, and it had laid there apparently for four fucking days,
right?
And it was very close to the curb.
Certainly.
So nobody had run over it. It was still in totally fine shape.
No, it's fine.
But for 4 days for that thing to be laying there. And when I took the trash out, I was like, what the fuck, an Apple Pencil? And then she finally messaged us on Tuesday, like, is there any way I might have left my Apple Pencil there at your place? And I was like, yes and no. You left it, but it was in the street.
Totally randomly in the street.
So we brought it back to her and slipped it under her door.
Because she did bring her iPad for notes and all
No,
that
I know.
shit. Yes.
It was great.
And we 100%. And then she texted us. The final text she said was like, I must be the luckiest person on the planet.
She is.
It was great. We love us some Tiffany. By the way, just a Solace Body Solutions over there. Get some massaging. And she waxes your places, right? She waxes stuff.
Your cash and prizes.
Yes. And she's
Johnny says Tiffany who, by the way, I don't see her comments. Must have got blocked.
all right.
Tiffany Renee Samples.
Jared says Tiffany for the win. Right?
She sang for a band called Ashes of Eden. She sang for Trash Angels. You know Tiffany.
Oh,
Johnny
she's an
Cross.
amazing singer.
He knows
Johnny
Tiffany.
Cross,
Shut
you
up,
fucking
Johnny
know. You're
Cross.
being a
You know
weirdo
who
right
she
now.
is.
We can give Johnny shit. So we're reading comments. So everything's delayed. So sorry. So your comments, Apple Pencil. No, it's not a euphemism. Right. It's 100%. Yeah. What did Jared say? It's an iPencil.
iPencil. Bought one for $25 on Marketplace. I used it for a month, loved it, then just never used it again.
Well,
oh, it's an iPencil. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah,
it's totally an Apple, whatever that's called.
iPencil. It just has an apple and then pencil.
Right.
So I don't know if that's considered Apple Pencil or iPencil.
Well, it's an iPencil.
But it doesn't say iPencil.
You can
on
write
it.
some cool ass shit.
No, I think everybody understands what these are. I just, if you don't actually use them, you don't realize they're like $100. And so when you lose them,
$100.
in Tiffany's defense, when you lose them,
It's
it's fucking stressful.
Right?
It's fucking stressful. You go a day without your iPencil.
She's
you're
like, it
"Ah!"
still works, and I love you. We love you too, Tiffany. Go check her out at Solace, SOLACE, Body Solutions.
Well,
and
we've
get some-
probably done enough damage.
Absolutely. So we've
to our personal reputations.
Right.
What? What? Don't.
what?
I'm just keeping an eye on you.
I love you,
Don't
baby. Y'all know.
Start saying shit that you shouldn't be saying.
Okay.
Drinking your 100 proof hot damn.
I had 2 shots.
Yeah, no, they weren't shots. There was about 3 shots in each of those glasses. No big deal. I love you. I'm just keeping an eye on you. Like, don't say shit.
I got you, boo.
Supposed to say.
He's not wrong.
We should not be live right now.
No, we should not. Just so you know, shit's going to change right here at the Unsung Screamers. So we will absolutely keep doing our Monday morning medication, right?
Oh, yeah. Monday morning still goes.
Sorry we skipped last week.
Jared said Tiffany's watching on YouTube. That's probably why you're not seeing her comments, which totally makes sense.
Right.
Um,
But also, just FYI, we skipped a week with Monday morning. This past Monday morning medication on the audio only, Barney was on our show. Your brother, an amazing person / doctor, was on our show.
Yeah, we had a great time with him, and he just touched on a couple of things that if you're out there and you know anybody, if you are yourself, or if you know anybody who knows anybody, that has got their family is living with autism
Or pandas
on
or
any level,
other part of the spectrum.
you might want to tune in and listen to not only our Monday morning medication from 4 days ago, but we're looking at trying to get them as guests on our show, which is going to be a wildly fascinating subject and show. And so be looking for that, because it's the numbers are getting to like 1 in 30.
And also, I will say this:
some spectrum of autism. So.
Jimmy James Butler also says my son's on the autism spectrum, so he will listen.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not. That sounded weird. It's great that you listen to the show, and that's super cool. Because Barney and Tracy, his wife, who we have not had on the show yet, but she's probably going to be soon.
We are hoping beyond
hoping
hope
that they are
next Thursday live.
Our guests for next
They
Thursday.
will be our guests.
And it's a big subject now, nationwide, bigger than what people think. And
Right.
so, and they're really great at explaining a lot of things in kind of layman's terms.
In absolute layman terms.
And that's what they do, is help families that have that in their lives. So it's really cool. So hopefully that's our guest next week, which we said earlier we didn't want to tell you who it was, but we're trying for it to be them.
Yes.
And Jimmy James says, if nothing else, just for some community. And that is exactly what their thing
100.
is. Not only can they medically treat and help and, get involved with the actual process medically. I mean, and I just don't want to speak out of line because I don't know medical terms. But
I feel you.
they have dedicated their lives to helping families with it. But in addition to that, it's also about the community. Barney even talked on our Monday morning medication, like, I really want to focus on the dads and the siblings.
Yes.
Because dads and siblings of these families sometimes get a little lost in the shuffle.
Right.
Because there's just so much going on. And so they're very attuned to,
The
thinking
family
of the
aspect.
entire aspect, not just the one
spectrum
single.
doesn't only include where that person lies in the spectrum, but it also includes where your family lies. Like, there's a whole spectrum of dealing with.
Yeah.
I don't like the word that you use, the word dealing with, but you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
When you have an autistic person in your life.
Sure. So hopefully that all comes through for next Thursday's show. It's going to be a bang up last Thursday night show, if tonight's not the last one. But anyway, Johnny Cross is like, I'm a behavioral analyst supervisor that runs a facility for developmentally disabled adults who also have psychological disorders.
Okay.
See, this is the thing is,
right?
It's Johnny said one of my clients is an autistic man. It's in our lives more than we are talking about.
Absolutely.
And my brother and his wife, both doctors, they have an autistic daughter.
She's
so
16.
They're not just coming in here like, here's what we know about autism.
They're not reading books. They live it.
They're not the stupid fucks that get on and read Facebook articles about what vaccines are and what autism is and how it's caused. And so then they become keyboard warriors and tell the whole world what the fuck they think. That's not what they are. They've lived this for the last 14 years,
right.
And they have studied everything that you could possibly study. So take your Facebook opinions and shove them straight up your... These are people who are actually taking and dedicating their lives to figuring out what some of the real answers are.
Full on.
And it's going to be dangerous for them.
Yes.
Because quite possibly there's going to be big people that don't like it. But it's
they've
actually the
already
truth.
reaped some shit.
There is no agenda. There is no fucking propaganda. There is no bullshit. This is real doctors living in a real situation. So if you are somebody who maybe has any kind of version of that situation in your life, you would love to probably tune in and listen to us hang out with them. It's my brother and it's his wife, and they've been together forever, and obviously we'll have fun, and you will also get a ton of answers, at least from their perspective, on questions you might have about the subject. So hopefully that happens next week. If it does not, it is still going to happen. We just don't know in what way, shape, or form.
Right.
Being parents of an autistic daughter, next Thursday might roll around and they're just like, we can't make it.
Right.
Because of something
Whatever.
that's going on
Yes.
today. So you never know. And that's the kind of life you have to get used to when you have that situation. And they are extremely compassionate to try and help other families in the same situation.
It's 100%
So anyway,
their goal. That's
enough about
100% their goal.
enough about that. Hopefully that is next week's guest. And if it's not, you now know the reason why it won't be, because there's no other reason for them to not come down and talk to us unless something happens outside of their
Right.
control.
For sure.
So anyway, we have bothered you enough, and Tara is starting to get horse eyes on me. We call it horse eyes when you
my
start
fault.
getting a little too...
It's my fault.
Jared says S9. Oh, that must be so. So what you're saying is they're not a reliable source. They're a reliable source. Yes, that is actually exactly what I'm saying. And thank you for recognizing the difference there. They are no bullshit.
Go with Julia's comment.
After all these showcases are over, I will be flying out to LA to visit my daughter. We're going to visit famous grave sites, walk around Hollywood, and go see Roger Waters live. Did I tell you this already? My life has gone crazy.
I love it. I love it.
Jimmy James says, great time. Glad I tuned in. Thank you so much for joining, Jimmy James. Cheryl Crook says she loves us guys.
Love you, Cheryl.
We love you guys, man.
It's been great.
And it's been a while since
We're
it's
not
just been the
ending
two of
this.
us.
We're just changing some shit.
Oh, we've already talked about it. Don't keep overhashing it. Everybody knows what we said. We're getting a bunch of thumbs up. Love you guys. I think we should check out.
Okay.
Well, Tara, I think you can still stand. Can you stand?
I want some more hot damn, and
I
I'll
want
fucking
some
collapse in the bed. I love you, Miss Kathy Robbins. She changed my world in the world of cover band shit. Kathy taught me how to sing other shit than just...
It was more than cover band. She taught you
There's so much.
and inspired you in many, many life situations.
So much.
Yes.
I love you.
She was your the most unconditional, loving friend you've ever had.
She would be 65 today. Thank you.
We'll see you guys maybe next week.
Next week. Bye.